DR Sports is entering the metaverse.
Welcome to Habbo.
Come play games and chat about the latest football drama.
Meet up with friends, meet new people, and have a great time.
I'll be there on special VIP days. Click the link or go to the website at habbo.com.
You can win an absolutely face-melting £125,000 in combined prize pots during the group stages of this World Cup. Put your football knowledge to the test by playing DR Sports Prediction Battle. It's easy to sign up. Just click the link, enter your details, make your picks, and away you go.
Good morning and welcome to DR Sports ahead of Cameroon taking on Serbia. It's me and Lee against each other this morning. But if you want to win cash prizes, then click the link, sign up and make your picks. You can scan to enter on your screen now with the prediction battle. By the time these group stages are over, £125,000 will be won in combined prize pots. And you can start from playing for as little as £1, and you must be 18 or over to play. There's daily specials and flash games, so stay with us for all of Qatar 2022 and make sure you scan the code to play. Good morning, Lee.
Morning. How you been doing on in the old picks? You been doing all right?
Literally. I think I started off strong last week and then it's just...
It is, it ain't easy, is it? I don't like those, I say I don't like them, the tougher ones when it's in-game ones.
In-game ones, like over 4.5
corners.
It's
so hard to predict that one, like, you know.
But yeah, it's difficult, and also this World Cup's actually quite unpredictable.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I've done the promo for the Spain-Germany game, and I predicted Spain to win that.
Yeah.
But after the results of the first one, I then changed to a draw, because I felt like Germany cannot lose that game, and they didn't, like, you know. So I thought that was a good game yesterday.
I didn't actually get to see it. I haven't watched it too much
it was decent, like, you know. So
the Spain-Germany one yesterday.
Yeah, I thought it was decent.
I thought it really. At the beginning, it flattered to deceive a little bit. The second half, like last 30 minutes, it really kicked in.
Yeah, it kicked in, didn't it? Like, you know, and it is getting a little bit more exciting now, because even like with the Canada game yesterday, they knew they were going out, and so they bombed forward, and it just makes it a little bit more.
What do you think about what their gaffer said?
What did he say?
He can't. Well, I can't repeat exactly what he said, but he basically came out and said, "We're gonna F them," basically, and it did not go down very well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That did not go.
Yeah, he sort of come across very passionate and all that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But
that's one way of putting it.
They're out now. They've gone.
They are.
Gone.
Actually, some people saying they were underdogs. They've got a really good side, but also look at Belgium.
Oh.
What's your views on Belgium, James?
Mate, they're terrible. They always bottle it on the big stage, don't they? It's Belgium. They can get all the great players that they want individually, but the style just doesn't work. That's why you look at England. You need a great manager like a Gareth Southgate to bring all these talents together. Unfortunately, Belgium have never really had that. And against Canada, I thought that we could see.
Exactly right what you're saying. Belgium and England have not had.
No, not Belgium and England. No.
Because the talent that they've got, they've wasted an opportunity, Belgium.
Of course they have.
They have wasted an opportunity.
Another golden generation.
Yeah, but I mean now they're past it. Now a lot of them are older now.
Yeah, Hazard is not the like.
Well, this is what I find interesting. You know, you've got a centre-back partnership of Toby and Jan Vertonghen, who obviously I absolutely love, but they're so old. You know,
but they're never going to win you any trophies, are they? Those guys, they're never going to deliver on the big stage.
But in saying that, going back to them, if you go back to in their prime, they were very, very good central defenders.
But Belgium are playing a centre-back partnership now with a combined age of about 67.
Yeah, they had.
So it's you know, what can you do with that? There's not much movement.
No, they should be out. I'll tell you another player that played who was an Arsenal player, Vertonghen, not Vertonghen.
Vermaelen
was a top player. I think he played till he was like 40.
Yeah.
In that squad, you know what I mean? Like, and you look at it, they had them in their prime. 3 of them in their prime was good. Unbelievable defenders. They then had they've got Lukaku up front. De Bruyne, who's still in his prime, if you be honest.
Hazard.
They've got Hazard.
He's not even the best Hazard, mate.
And they've just thrown it away. And they're in danger. They was awful in the first game. They was lucky to get away with the
Yesterday was bad.
The Canada. And yesterday was awful. So they're in I think they could go out now.
I think they will go out. But what I found really interesting about them is just listening to what some of the players were saying over the week or so. You know, Eden Hazard being very vocal and saying, you know, the squad was in a much better position 4 years ago. We don't really have the squad. I don't really expect much from us, from this World Cup and the tournament. I think he was having some crosswords with Toby Alderweireld as well the other day in the first game on the pitch. But it doesn't really look like there's much unity. Do you think that's down to Roberto Martinez?
I think there's a little bit of, sometimes you can be a manager and be in the job too long, you know what I mean? But also I think that there's a little bit of frustration with them all. I think with Hazard, let's just talk about him first. He ain't got no room to come out of anything. So when he left the Premier League, he was the best player probably arguably behind Messi and Ronaldo as the best.
He was up there.
Better than Neymar.
I think he was at
Sterling,
that stage,
Neymar.
Like Neymar.
Prime Eden Hazard.
Yeah, but like there was one season that Hazard really delivered numbers-wise, but apart from that, his numbers never really lived up to the likes of Raheem Sterling.
Let me know
what
you guys think in the chat if you think Eden Hazard. When he left Chelsea, he was one of the best in the world.
But to go to Real Madrid, and let's face it, he's been an absolute flop.
He's barely played. I mean, he's been injured,
injuries and whatever.
Overweight.
You know, you cannot go into a tournament like the World Cup and just blag it.
Yeah.
Well, he's not even the best Hazard anymore, let alone the best Belgian winger.
He's not the best in his family no more, which is unbelievable. But Lukaku, another one really. What has happened to him? Like, you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden,
again, just someone I've never ever rated.
Come over to Chelsea like on a £97 million, and he
I've just never rated Lukaku. Like I think when you go back to the days when he was at Everton. Yeah, you could say that's a player, but he's one of the most transfer players with the highest amount of transfer fees in the world.
Just been a big flop.
And I just don't think he warrants half of those fees. 100 million to bring him to Chelsea. He had, a good season in Serie A.
Out of all his teams, he's been at Man United, Chelsea, and Everton.
Yeah.
Everton's been his best
Inter Milan.
But his two best.
He was very good at Man United. He was very good at Man United. He was very over-criticised.
United fans would have a very different view on that.
No, the only thing is he's got a touch like a cement block, so it looks like something that's come out of my arsehole, to be honest, his touch. But other than that, his goal-scoring record was actually very good. He was a very competent striker, who's someone Jose Mourinho himself relied a lot upon. He wouldn't play Rashford because he couldn't do the back-to-goal kind of stuff. And Lukaku is
for his ability, for what he's got. Let's say his ability for his physique, everything that he's got about him, he should have done a hell of a lot better than what he has done. He will turn around and say, "Oh, I've got this and this in the bank," but he's never gone.
He's always been underwhelming.
Yeah, underwhelming. Yeah, Inter Milan, great. Yeah, but Inter Milan are not the Italian league. Is not the Italian league of.
He won them the first Scudetto in.
He did,
but I don't think he's the sole reason they won the Scudetto.
No, it's just a real. But you can go apart from De Bruyne, none of them have really.
Well, I think they're past the peak. They're definitely past it. I mean, I know Lukaku has got a knock, and that's why he hasn't been playing him too much. But he's going to have to start playing him if they're going to try.
The two central things you say, your two Spurs boys, they were in one of the best Spurs teams ever.
Yeah, they were.
So
it can be, but they're also in one of the best Belgian teams ever. But you can take the player out of Spurs, but I'm afraid.
How am I getting this from a league?
You cannot take the Spurs out of a player. So I don't know what you're expecting, partnering that.
This kid, honestly. I swear you weren't meant to be here.
It's like using Stevie Wonder as an umpire. It's not going to go down very well.
Anyway, moving on. We're going to get the teams for you in just a second. But let's see what you guys are saying. Send in your predictions for this game, please. Of course, it is Cameroon, Serbia. They are my sweepstake, Cameroon. Lee has Serbia, so we're head-to-head. We're both on 0 points.
And one of us loses today, we are out.
One of us is going out. But actually, Serbia, people saying don't sleep on Serbia. They're actually quite good.
Well, yeah, I think to be honest, we obviously had Brazil in the first game, didn't we?
Yeah, so, tough start.
It was tough, and we sort of done okay, you know what I mean? So we if I'll be honest, I'd be expected for us to win today, and push up into second, you know what I mean? So and that's where, and it'd be a little shootout between Switzerland and Serbia for the second place. That's how on paper it looks.
On paper.
But you never know with this. You never know with this second game syndrome at the minute, isn't it? Some of these teams play really well.
The second rounds have not been, the ones you've expected to perform haven't performed.
Yeah. I look back at Saudi Arabia, had a fantastic result. Japan had they didn't back it up, did they?
No, didn't back it up.
Not backed it up. So, it'd be interesting to see what happens.
But is it them being worse or the other teams getting better? I think it's just other teams growing into it. I mean, look at Qatar. I mean, that is completely two different teams.
Yeah. Even that's a great point. They did put on a better show, didn't they? Like, you know, so, and I think, you know, you can't make any. Look at Wales. Honestly, I'm going to be really honest with Wales. I sat there and think, well, Wales are going to, you know, with England had just beaten them 6-2. I'm thinking Wales are going to win this game.
Yeah.
Comfortably. It just never happened. You know what I mean? In fact, Iran were not
far
just the better team. They were far the better team. So you just don't know. You know, America. You know, USA. I'm going to say it now with England. We was all here saying 3-0.
I know. I think that's the biggest shock for us. Let's just quickly go through the lineups, and then we will talk more about England. Do you want to take Serbia, as they are your sweet?
Oh, Kroll in goal. Giannis. Gibson, I can do that one.
Can you read that?
Gibson, Gray, Hanley, Buram, Norman, Lemu, Gilmore, McLean, Rashika, and Pookie.
Not the most Serbian names.
No, what's happened to?
It's Rashica.
Hold on, what's that? We haven't got no Mitrovic in there, no Vlahovic. What's going on?
I don't know what's going on. Let's get the Cameroon.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Let's get the lineup for Cameroon up, and then we will go through that. Mboka in goal.
Well done.
Fai, Castelletto, Nkulu, Tolo, Anguissa, Malong, Hongla, Mbeumo, Choupo-Moting, and Ekambi. So, and Basuma is that?
Oh, we're in trouble here. Look, we've got no.
Basuma,
both of them are not even on the bench. No Vlahovic or Mitrovic even on the bench.
It says Mitrovic is starting here.
Yeah.
It says Mitrovic is starting.
I'm not entirely sure that was the correct team. They didn't seem very.
What's going on, production? Like trying to wind me up a bit there.
Looking at that, I don't think that's the
right team at all.
Look, Vlahovic is on the bench.
Okay, well, we've had a little bit of an issue there because I'm pretty sure.
I'm going on the CV one because I say what we've got no chance.
We won't get you the proper lineup.
Yes.
God,
it is early.
People in the chat are saying that's the Norwich lineup, so that must have been a very old thread.
Yeah, that was. I wondered why.
I was thinking, why Valana on the bench for?
Pookie, who was Pookie? He played for us. Who's he played for?
Honestly, someone please clip that.
Right.
Please clip that. We will get the actual correct lineups for you as soon as possible. But lots of you are saying, Ilham says 2-1 to Serbia. Niall Kane says a 1-1 draw. Ahmed says 2-1 Cameroon. Yes, Ahmed, we need that. Mario said Serbia 3-1. Lots of you said Serbia 2-0, Serbia 2-1. Why are none of you supporting Cameroon? Let's get some Cameroon loving.
I think Cameroon are going to do him over.
Do you think so?
The midfield battle, man. Anguissa's too good, man. He is going to stroll that pitch.
Who do you want to win?
Like, who do I want to win?
Obviously
I don't know, mate. It's a good question. Who are you back in?
I've got Serbia in the stake, like.
I want Cameroon to absolutely smash him.
Oh, that's nice, that is, James. Typical Leeds. He's had a go at the old Spurs. Now he's coming to the Arsenal. Unfortunately, when it comes to it, they never do much, do they?
Never. They never do much.
That's strictly not true, mate. When's your last league title? That's what I thought. Mate.
Earlier than yours.
No, earlier, exactly. I mean, yours is so early that there wasn't even colour around, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, this kid, you're about to get kicked off this show.
Obviously Leeds won it in '92, didn't they? Like, you know, so.
3 years ago we lost one league title. But yeah, Anguissa in the midfield battle, man. That guy, he has got more legs than a bucket of chicken. That guy, he can roam around like 3G data charging, man. That guy, I don't see Serbia getting close to him, man. When I saw him against Brazil, they look leggy, they look slow, they look a little bit stiff.
That's a nice
Cameroon have got the energy, man. They were quite unlucky to lose in the way they did.
What about Switzerland?
Yeah, they put in a good shift, especially in the first half. What it was with Cameroon, basically, that final end product. They kept getting down the byline, and the cutback every single time was on, and no one was making that run into the box.
The Africans, say like Cameroon now, they must be inspired by what Morocco did yesterday and teams like that, you know, to get those sort of wins, you know, like, we need to get a win now because Morocco have done this and done that. So, and Cameroon is always a special thing with Cameroon in the World Cup since.
Yeah, there is.
You know, like Italia '90 and Roger Miller and all that, like, you know, so.
Well, let's see if they
beating
can do
Argentina,
something.
of course.
Keep me in this week's date, Cameroon. Let's do that. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Errol said Lee looking like he's going to drop the most fire mixtape today.
Oh, what?
You're going to drop a mixtape. You are looking like quite rapper-esque today.
Yeah.
Oh, right. No, I don't know. Like, I'm just cold, you know what I mean? Like, you come in this studio, I've got to say that it's either like a sauna
Oh, it's freezing.
or it's a freezer, isn't
Yeah,
it? There's no in between.
No, but sometimes it's so hot in here.
Yeah. And people don't realise. They go, well, what are you wearing your hat for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like winter in here, like, you know what I mean? So,
or it can be like you're sitting on top of the sun.
yeah,
so.
yeah, it's a weird thing, like, you
It's
know.
actually not that bad today. It's fairly regulated. Are you cold?
I'm cold.
Well, I
actually
like
cold.
the hat. I like the look.
Thank you very much.
I like the look as well.
Thank you very much.
Ada J says, sorry Cameroon, I need Mitrovic to dunk on you guys today. Mitrovic, I assume, will be playing. So
Well, I hope so. I'll tell you what was that Norwich? Was that the Norwich team
That's
up
the
there?
Norwich team.
I'll tell you what.
Norwich,
I
Brighton.
think you need to be going to see Mr. DR after this, you know what I mean? They're going to put that up
into
there.
trouble.
There
Young
may be
Skills.
trouble ahead.
Oh, hopefully you might get to sing again today. Young Skills said Eden Hazard was definitely on Neymar's level. Shifty says Sterling, ? Hazard passes the eye test before Sterling. He was immense. I'm an Arsenal fan, by the way. Mario says Lukaku is carrying a knock. Go easy on him. Serbia 2-1 says M. Darren says, come on, Lee. Why can people please start backing Cameroon? I'm going to get very upset now.
Listen, I'm not being horrible. Like, you start saying you support Cameroon, there'll be loads more people again. Exactly, like, you know what I mean?
Up that Cameroon.
Up the Cameroon.
Shellington Avenue said that's made my morning. Pookie and McLean start for Serbia. Yeah, Jack Sargent and Timu Pukki also played for Serbia, says Nagato. Yeah, unfortunately, don't know what happened there. We're just waiting for production to send us through the new team sheet. But anyway, we are about to kick off, so I can see that Choupo Moting is in fact starting, and Vlahovic is also starting, as is Tadic. So we will give you
what, Vlahovic is playing as well, is he? Is he in the team as well?
No, he's on the bench.
Is he on the bench?
Yeah.
What is going on with the lineups today? Where are they?
I don't know. We're waiting patiently.
I suppose,
it is early. It is early, but they'll be happy to know this is the last early one.
Early one, yeah.
The tournament, which is great. So
no croissants, no nothing today. What's going on?
I mean,
Well, I brought some pancakes in for you if you want
that's really sweet.
Such, you know, for a Leeds fan, he's not too bad.
No, he is. He's bad. He's bad. He's bad.
Well, that's uncalled for.
Lucy said Cameroon 5 goals. Thank you, Lucy. We want that.
Cheers, Lucy. Thank you very much.
Dark Sula says Pookie hat-trick incoming. Furian said Onana excluded from the Cameroon squad, apparently due to an argument with the coach. Let's know if that's true or not. We'll do some research. Lots of you are saying that actually. And Ada said 20 years since Cameroon won a World Cup match. Roger Miller ain't walking through that door. He could be on our team sheet, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And he walked. He had some hips, Roger Miller, man.
If I get the chilies, I'm not eating them.
Oh no, you're doing the sauce.
No, the sauce is really I thought the sauce has been taken off the
well, that's what they said. I mean, it got banned, but then yesterday it got drafted back in.
Ty had some, didn't he? Like,
well, we had them.
Made my stomach really rough the other day. Like, you know what I mean?
How was Ty doing the chili?
He was fine actually.
Yeah, he handled it quite well.
Nicky didn't. Nicky
was all over it. It's, you know what I mean?
It was all over the shop.
Nicky, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, this one's going to be.
We have a late arrival. Good morning, Kelechi.
This time is too early for me, you know. I'm too. I'm too.
Anytime's too early for you. You're always late. Let's be honest.
Good morning, my darling.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Bless me.
Bless you, baby. Bless
My boss, we are together.
you. Bless you. Did you have a nice weekend?
Yes, I did. 2 concerts.
What did you go see?
2 concerts.
What did you see?
What did I see?
In concert?
Oh, performances, different
Oh,
performances.
I meant like what artist?
Oh, artists. Oh, Benson. He used to go by the name Buju, and then Rema.
Where in London?
London and Manchester.
Oh, nice.
So I just came from Manchester this morning.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah, we have to.
Oh, he's on the early train from Manchester then?
Yeah. So we have to, you know.
Understandable.
Yeah, go for everything. It's part of the job.
What's your prediction for the game, please?
2-1 to Cameroon. I want to back my African brothers.
Yeah.
I'm on my own here, I'm on my own today.
Cameroon's in my
Like,
sweepstakes, so we have to back Cameroon.
Yes, yes.
You know, I'll back it. I'll make it 2-2, Serbia.
Of course.
This is going to be an absolute goal fest. This is what they're going to call in years to come the feast in the Middle East. I'm talking goals, I'm talking action, I'm talking edge of the seat stuff. I think this is going to be a 4-3. I was going to go Cameroon, but like you said, you know, I've got to back the boy. Can't leave him stranded on his own.
Thank you very much.
Much like Choupo-Moting is going to be stranded on his own up there today. So I'm going to switch it last second, 4-3 Serbia.
Yeah, I'm going to try and run through this. We're going to get the lineups up, I'm assuming, properly. I'm not going to read it like this. But let's see what else you guys are saying. Make sure you send in your predictions too. Kelechi, late as always, Minaj says.
You know the vibes. It's just part of the.
He's just come from. I'm impressed. You've come from Manchester and you got here.
Yeah, I didn't
done well to get here at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, done very
That was the early train. That was.
Done very well. Daggy says 2-1 to Cameroon. To Ethiopia, let's go. African brothers, let's do it for Abbi. Thank you. Yeah, lots of you. Bradonna said love for Lee from Serbia.
Yeah, come on, Serbia.
Pyramid said Kelechi King of vibes and the Jolov. James, what's your prediction?
4-3 Serbia.
4-3 Serbia.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The feast
God,
in the Middle East.
I pray we have a game
the
that's
feast
exciting.
in the Middle East.
What about you, Lee?
I'm going to go 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, Serbia.
Okay. I'm going to try and grab the lineup.
I know that in predictions you have actually backed Serbia to win this, haven't you?
I think I did that.
Yeah, I know you did.
I think I did do that.
Mean?
Right, we do have the correct
I think
lineup.
Cameroon win then.
See, I thought there was. There's no.
I'm just double checking. There's no
yeah,
Milana on the bench on this one. So for Cameroon, it's Mboka in goal, Fai, Castelletto, and Kulu, Tolo, Anguissa, Malong, Hongla, Mbwemo, Choupo-Moting, and Akambi. And for Serbia, it's.
Hold on, they've got two. Same player playing in goal.
Is that the same player?
Yeah. Whoa.
Honestly, production, you're having a nightmare today.
They're having a nightmare.
Absolute nightmare. There's Mitrovic. We've actually got the three players that are the same. Vinkovic Savic is playing 3 times in 3 different
That's
positions.
unreal, that is.
We're going to give up on this.
We're going to give up on this production.
You'll figure it out for yourself because, you know.
Can I say the guy's got a lot of stamina?
They're having the glitches with their riches.
Having some issues today. But we are underway, so let's see what's going to happen.
Someone's injured straight away.
Already.
Someone's down.
Like Chinatown.
I think it's Mitrovic, is it?
Mitrovic?
I think it is.
Oh, he is.
It is Mitrovic.
Wow, he seems to be in pain. He landed awkwardly.
Oh.
That's on the landing now.
This don't look good.
No.
Yeah. Fulham will be kicking them.
got
Do you know
something
what?
up the arse there.
When those sort of innocuous ones that happen,
They're the ones that hurt.
that's the ones that worry
Yeah.
you. Because there wasn't hardly anything in that.
Oh, no.
He's looking in serious pain.
Yeah, he's done. I can see it. I've seen this. That picture a million times.
Ankle.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going to happen here. The first minute of the game, Mitrovic is down. Wow.
Vlahovic's going to come on.
He's going to be alright.
That's the end of Fulham.
You know, they recover quicker in international tournaments.
Have you seen Neymar's ankle?
off.
I mean, they're talking about him playing the next game.
Yeah, it's swollen, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's gone down
in
now.
his foot.
Yeah, it's gone down.
Yeah, they get that down. No. It probably won't play today, but
I think he's going to come back on. We'll see. It could just be a light knock. Maybe not too much. Maybe not so much. No, it seems to be absolutely fine. He's come back on the pitch. And to people who are saying that they are actually brothers on that team sheet, it was more because there was 3 of them on there, actually. So that's why I chose not to read it out. Not because of zero ball knowledge, just because we've already, read out the Norwich lineup for this
we're
game.
just don't
so
trust.
we'll just kind of just leave that.
Not being horrible. I've read it out and all, thinking that it was.
Well, it was only until we saw that Lallana was on the bench and
that
was kind
I thought Pookie. I thought
didn't realise that he was Serbian.
Has he changed
and,
nationalities?
Who was the other one we said? They were like, that's
Gibson. There was a Gibson. I thought that though.
and Grant Hanley.
Hanley.
Yeah. So if you want to see the lineup, go and have a look online. Anyway, it's been a minute or so. Mitrovic is now back on. He seems absolutely fine. We were beginning to talk about England, weren't we?
Yeah.
the other night. How disappointed were you in that performance?
Oh, majorly disappointed. I'm going to have to say this, like, you know, the front four. If I were, no, let's get the Kane thing out of the way. If I was a Spurs fan, I'll be fuming at this moment in time that he was obviously injured, right? And he continued to play him and play him and play him. So when he comes back for Spurs, he's going to be, I can't play because I've
got an injury.
I'm injured. You know what I mean? A ridiculous decision to play him. So, you know, wasn't fit. Clearly could see that. He'd done a run in the second half when he was looked like he was hobbling, and they continued to play him. I think it's a disgrace from England really to be playing, because he's got
the rest of another half.
He's got three quarters of a season to go back to from the people that pay his wages.
No, you can't be thinking about
no,
that.
I do. I do. And listen, let's get this straight. I don't care about Spurs, right? But ultimately, I'm talking, if I was a Spurs fan, I would be fuming by that. You know what I mean? Like, he's clearly not fit.
He's not clearly not fit.
But did Harry Kane want to play? So, you know,
listen, Harry
Kane,
man. Of course he's going to want to play. But I think that needs to be a strong manager turns around and says, right, that's not going to be.
Especially when there's so much strength and depth, you don't actually need to play him.
Yeah.
And ideally, I thought he probably would miss out that game or come on late on for about half an hour and play the Wales game. But you're going to see him play the Wales game as well.
Yeah, so he's just running himself into the ground.
And to be honest, what I didn't like, and I noticed more so, was that he was in that same position he was in against Iran. So he's getting more. He's getting the ball quite deep. It leaves him more open to being tackled or something happening in midfield. And that also requires a lot of movement. So if you're carrying any type of knock, his best position will be to be up front and focus on that and let someone else like Foden, who you've got on the bench for some bizarre reason, who is that crazy player. Kane doesn't need to do it. He doesn't need to play that role he plays for Tottenham. He can just stay there in the box, have Foden feeding the balls through the channels, rather than Kane doing that for Saka or for Sterling. And that's kind of what annoyed me more so.
Yeah,
it was putting him in a position where he can get chopped down, he can do something against it to make
injury,
and risk the injury even further, because he's obviously carrying something where it doesn't need to happen. If he's just in the box, he's not going to run because he can't run very fast. So he's going to be around that box and he's going to get the balls, and all he has to do is strike the ball, But instead, he's doing all the hard work and the leg work and putting it on and trying to put it on a plate for Saka and for Sterling, when there's people who can do that.
Yeah, and I think it's about the other side of it is everybody's going on about playing Foden, right? Yeah, they weren't saying that in the last game after they won 6-2. But now they are. We all know that Foden should be playing, But ultimately, this is where that sort of game costs England a little bit, when you've got players out of form like Sterling, like Mount, and it is more difficult on an attacking point of view, and it showed. They're out of form. You've got players on the bench that are in form. Play them. I've got to say this: the one plus for me was Maguire. I thought he had a very, very good game.
He did have a really good game.
So credit there.
Best England defender, isn't he?
He was the best England defender on the day. You know what I mean? Whether he's the best England defender. Listen,
in the tournaments, when it comes to the big time, like I said,
I wouldn't have him in nowhere near in front of Ben White.
For England,
for England it's different. And I will say, I'll give credit where credit's due there, But ultimately, it was a poor performance. But let's be honest. And this is where when people go on about him over there about Gareth Southgate, good and that. It's the easiest group in the tournament, right? The next round, you get either Ecuador or the Netherlands. They're poor.
Yeah.
So realistically, you've got a nice, easy run into the quarterfinals if you do it right.
Yeah.
And we're struggling a little bit, No,
that's not the easiest group. America are a very, very good team. Iran are very good as well, very competent themselves. They're going into good form in this. Beat Uruguay en route to the tournament. They're no mugs. Wales are going to want to do their best in the world to beat England. I think you're being very harsh on US, to be honest.
I don't think it's a particularly poor group. I think that maybe the group that we went out of in what was the one we had in 2014?
2014 we had Italy.
Was that one?
Italy, Costa Rica,
Iceland, isn't it?
No. Iceland we got knocked out in the knockout stages of the Euros. The one we went out when we had Costa Rica, Uruguay and Italy, and us and Italy went out.
No, I think I'm talking about 2018 when we got through this group stage. It was,
yeah,
it was
18 was a little bit
18
easier.
was easier.
You're right. The one
We
I
had
think
Costa
that was
Rica in
14,
18.
wasn't it?
Yeah, no, we had Costa Rica in 2014 when we had Roy Hodgson, and Costa Rica and Uruguay went through when Gerrard headed it back to Suarez.
Yeah, and then
I can't remember.
we had an easy one in
2018 we had an easy group.
We had.
Do we have Belgium in that?
No. We had
No, we
Panama.
played Belgium.
Panama, we smashed 6-1.
Was it Colombia? We did penalties. Panama, Colombia.
No, Colombia was in the group stage. Jordan Pickford won us our first.
I can't remember who we had.
Didn't we have Belgium?
If anyone else can
remember, we did have Belgium because we lost in the last game to go second of the group and get the easier run.
Yeah. But there was a slightly easier one than that. I mean, I think this has been a bit tighter because also when you've got, the USA, they have definitely improved.
No, I'm sorry, we threw that away there, man. Mason Mount, Jesus Christ, he was awful.
Panama, Belgium, Tunisia, that was it. Tunisia.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, with USA, I thought that they. They're not going to turn over anybody.
They ran the midfield, and
they did. They played very well.
Tyler Adams ran the midfield.
But they had
unfortunately,
plenty of chances. Look at that Weston McKennie chance.
Yeah, they were the better side.
What? We did nothing. I'm sorry. I mean, I love Gareth Southgate, man. I do really love him. But you need a goal when you're bringing Jordan Henderson on. Jesus.
What is it about?
No, you need to control the midfield.
No.
You need to control the midfield.
You're taking Bellingham off and you're putting Jordan
Bellingham wasn't having a good game.
No, he wasn't having a good game.
So you bring an experienced player to get
you need a bit of inspiration.
Try to get control of the midfield.
Yeah, but I just do you understand why he didn't bring on Foden?
But let's just talk about Foden for a sec, because don't you find it very odd that I understand it's always going to be between Sterling and Foden potentially to start, or Saka. He's not going to take. He loves Mason Mount. He's not going to take Mason Mount.
Well, that's where he's wrong, isn't it?
I agree. But if he wants to, I thought if he's still going to persist on doing that, he's either going to do something with Saka or he's going to do something with Sterling.
I'll bet he dropped Saka.
I would think he would probably drop Saka and play Foden. But again, it's not warranted because Saka.
Saka's been
doesn't deserve
what
to be
did he do against America? Really, he did nothing.
Saka.
He went from Goldman Sachs to good old Bukayo Saka within a game.
You're entitled to have one bet. Listen, the whole front, like Bellingham was superb against Iran, and so was Saka. So realistically, you're going to have a bad game. They've had a bad game, but ultimately, you could, Sterling, Kane, Mount, Saka. And Sterling, any of them can go.
Mitro!
He's unlucky there. Any one of them could be left out. But when you look at it, Mount has. When has he had a decent game for England? Like if you go on with Saka, like Saka's been 6 times out of so many games. I think 6 out of 12 games. He's been man of the match. Let's go on. Sterling's banged in goals, right? He's done the business. Foden, when he's done for England, hasn't been a revelation for England. Let's be honest about it. But ultimately, what has Mount done to justify continue? When people turn around to me and go, "Oh yeah, he's putting in Maguire because he's been playing well for England," which is true. Sterling and all that. What has Mount done? And I'll be honest, it's not being a Chelsea hater or anything. What has he done to Mount continually keep being played and in place of Foden?
He's got his favourites. I mean, for me, I know what you're saying in terms of Foden isn't or hasn't been as prolific as we would have liked to see him for England, but I also think he doesn't really get much of a chance. Doesn't play that often.
No, exactly. I'm with you.
And I think that where he needs to be, I would put him in that role that he does for City. Give him that kind of creativity. Equally, I know James Maddison wasn't on the bench the other night. Obviously, wasn't fit, but he's exactly what I'd want in there right now instead of Mason Mount. I want someone to.
100%.
And that brings me back to what I was saying. Why is Harry Kane doing that job?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to do that job.
When you've got players that can do it.
Yeah, it's different at Tottenham. There's no one else that can create how he creates. But in England, you've got an abundance of people that can do that job to a really high level. You do not need Harry Kane to be doing that.
Foden and Maddison have been playing out wide a lot for their club. They haven't really necessarily been playing in that same position that Mason Mount have. They have been coming off the wide, coming in century. But Mason Mount hasn't even been doing it well. No, I would put them over Mason Mount, but the only position that realistically I think he maybe puts them in is in Saka's position out wide, and you can't put both Maddison and Foden on each wings because you need at least a Sterling or a Saka, someone that's going to spread the pitch out wide, keep the width, and actually attack the touchline.
My team for now, and it would be always like would be now, would be Kane as the pivotal player, like,
and keep him up top.
Yeah, Saka, I'd bring in Jack Grealish to play on the left-hand side and Foden in there, and they can interchange.
Yeah.
You can't drop Braz. You can't drop Braz. For the same reason you can't drop Kane, you can't drop Sterling. In the big games, in the crunch moments, you need a Sterling.
I'd rather play Sterling than Grealish, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd rather play Sterling than Grealish, to be honest.
You're not a fan of Jack Grealish?
Nah, not anymore. He's not going to do anything. Even the goal he scored was the Newcastle lad should have scored that goal. Let me give it to you to score. Brad doesn't complete.
I think it's a similar thing with Grealish to Foden. To be honest, I don't think either have had too much time in that starting 11 with England.
Let's be really honest. I'm going to say it now. A massive fan of Jack Grealish. Since he's gone to Man City, he's been a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He has.
I mean, I agree with that.
But I still think he can do a job, and I still think he's more beneficial at the moment than Mount. I haven't seen anything from Mount, even with Chelsea, that's made me sit up and be like, oh. At the moment, I think
Mount looks like someone like a Granit Xhaka, where every manager was playing him, and then you're wondering what he's actually doing.
There must be a reason.
Yeah, there must be a reason.
There must be a reason.
Yeah, these guys know football more than me. They've gone to the footballing school, so sometimes I don't question.
Maybe he's just a lovely guy in the changing room.
No. Maybe he's doing something we don't know. Just like what's his name? This guy that went from Man United to PSG. This what's his name?
Di Maria.
No.
Herrera.
Oh no, Herrera.
You see what he's doing, the way he's marking the Hazard, like following him to the toilet. That's the job. You know that kind of thing. You might not see him kick the ball, but he's doing a job.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Mount is doing. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know.
We don't know. Let's read some of the chats. Joe Ash said, sorry guys, the pure fact is that England and English players are just overrated in general. Take Saka, for example. I think Dani Olmo is just as good. Quite possibly.
Who's just as good?
Dani Olmo for Spain. I mean, that's quite a fair statement.
I mean, he's all right, but I need to see him in the Premier League, in a bigger league to really judge him.
Bundesliga is a very good league.
It's a good league, yeah, but in Premier League is a step up from Bundesliga.
Champions League.
So I need to see him play with the big boys.
League,
but he's playing with the big boys in the World Cup. Yeah, and he's playing well, but I need to see him in the higher.
Is that a good point? No, that English players are being overhyped.
No. We're just
no. I'm looking at the whatever award they were giving young players at the Ballon d'Or, and I'm wondering how Saka came 8. Do you understand? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. How is Gavi number 1?
Because Gavi has leaps of potential, man.
Leaps of potential. What did he do?
Saka, really.
But I'll tell you what, he was poor yesterday.
Gavi. Yeah, he was subbed off.
But no one's going on, oh, well, he's going to be dropped. And this
well,
and
they might be in their respective countries.
Yeah.
They might be.
They might be in there, yeah. I doubt it, though.
Marker's probably losing
I'm looking at Gavi,
shit over there.
and I'm not saying Gavi is a quality player, is one of the best. But I'm looking at Musiala, and I'm thinking Bellingham on that list. And I'm thinking, how did they come 4th, 5th, and all that?
Musiala missed an absolute city yesterday as well.
Do you know, they've not done about how good he was going to. He's been disappointing.
Would he get into the England side for you?
No, not at this moment.
Musiala?
Yeah.
No, he's been playing well.
Would he get into your England side?
Yes. In place of Sterling.
In place of Sterling?
100%.
Musiala instead of Sterling.
Well, you're right, but you're keeping Sterling in there based on memory.
No, not based on memory.
He scored
a year ago.
Yeah,
he was our best player.
You're not
He
basing
was
it
the
off.
best player in the Euros.
No, 100% he was, but that's what I'm
That's
saying.
2 years ago.
I'm saying of memory. You're not basing it on what you've seen in the tournament so far.
In this Iran tournament, I thought he was having the Iran
Maguire. Okay, he's having a fairly decent tournament, but you're basing Harry Maguire. You're basing your memory off of him being poor on what you're seeing over the season. So you can't say that Sterling, based on what you've seen so far, is holding down the place because he's been so good. He hasn't been good.
In the Iran game, I thought he was very good in the Iran game. I think he ignites the press. I think he shows a lot of composure up there. I think he links up very well with Harry Kane. I think they've got great synergy together, great connection, and I don't see how you take him out of the team in the big game. You need someone to deliver, man.
What I can say is I've seen him play with Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw, to be honest, has been one of the best players in England. For me, what I've seen, even the game against USA was one of the better performances on the night with Maguire. And they kind of work well on that left side because the amount of crosses he gets in and the overlapping runs, I think they combine well. Apart from that, don't see any other thing.
I think Sterling's a selfless player, man. He makes other players better. He's very intelligent. The way he moves as well, it's very hard to pick up the things he's doing. But I'm pretty sure if you ask Harry Kane, who he wants in that team with him, starting in that front line, the first name he'll say is Raheem Sterling.
I have no issue with Sterling being in the squad. I think that based on history, he's been fantastic for England. But I'm just saying, you can't say anybody's place in there at the moment is cemented, because I don't think anyone's been that
That's
good.
like me saying Harry Kane, a fully fit Harry Kane isn't cemented, because I mean,
Fair
he was your best player against
I'd
Iran,
rather he wasn't playing, to be
but
honest
you
with you.
have
I'd rather
to-
he was on the bench. I'd rather he wasn't playing.
But you need your big characters, man. You need
Listen,
your
Harry
leaders.
Kane's coming into this tournament with 12 goals in the Premier League and playing week in, week out for Spurs. Sterling, really, his form going into Chelsea doesn't merit him being in the squad, let alone in the team.
But then again, you say
But-
Maguire wouldn't be in the squad
But yeah,
either.
exactly. But you know, he
would Mount.
proved a few people wrong in the last game.
But again, that's the
Jordan
difference
Pickford.
between tournament, World Cup football, national team football, and club football. It's not dependent on form.
Yeah.
Podolski was a bit part player at some point for Arsenal. He was starting for Germany.
Even
Yeah.
Giroud.
Closer. I cannot remember his club career.
at all.
But for
Closer.
Germany, he was banging
Well,
the
like
goal.
That
Ronaldo's
was
a
a close
perfect
call.
example as well. Ronaldo's not been playing at all for Man United, and there he is leading Portugal and being
Banging.
captain. So, you know, international football is different. I 100% agree with that.
All right, let's. I just want to have a little read through what you guys are saying in the comments. Okay, Marte said England's group is Mickey Mouse. This is the easiest group after the Holland group. Lee is 100% right. Canada won the CONCACAF group in front of USA and Mexico. Croatia demolished Canada easily. And then thank you for telling us what that group was.
William, shoot now.
Good boy, right effort.
William, I shoot.
Mario says Mitrovic's class. He did have a shot earlier on. I think he got fingertips to it. Did he, the keeper, or did it go?
I think it was out. The ball was out.
Post.
So
Yeah, I mean this game's not too bad so far.
that's
It's been electric, man.
Khalid says Southgate is the worst England manager they can have. The players are way better than Southgate, and Southgate doesn't know how to get the best out of the players. Need a manager who's more with it. Do you
Well,
reckon?
he retired quite a few years ago, so I'd hope that they are quite a bit better than
No,
Gareth Southgate.
the thing is that people weren't saying this last year.
I think at the end of the day that, you know,
So, all of a sudden he becomes
the
worse.
problem you've got is Southgate's done well.
He's done well, yeah.
With what, but
done better than well.
People will turn around and go, if he was a top class manager, he would have done better with these players, and that's the problem that he's got. You know what I mean?
Can he take the penalties for them?
Exactly. If
Can
he had
he
won
take
that
the
Euros
penalties
now, he
for
won't be
us?
saying this.
They should never have got to penalties against Italy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we should,
that was
man.
the Euros was a missed opportunity. And also, I'm going to say it: the World Cup we didn't play anybody decent until we got beat.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
that was true.
Yeah, but then again, we were just one square ball away from being in the final.
It was
So-
offside anyway. Big Cheddar said if Kane was forced to be a creative player for Spurs, and we would have bought 10 years ago. He's not forced; it's his position. It actually wasn't. If you remember correctly, I don't know if you support Spurs or not. He used to actually play a lot more further up, like in the box and around the box, rather than dropping deep.
Who's that? Harry Kane.
Harry Kane,
Yeah, he's
and
dropping
around
too
about
deep,
20 when Mourinho came in, he changed actually
Yeah,
the way
he
he
changed.
played. He
Listen,
started to drop deep, and actually it kind of minimised the injuries. He hasn't had an ankle injury in 2.5 seasons.
I
until
remember
now that there's something going on with the ankle. But again, he doesn't need to play that role he plays for Tottenham in that dropping deep sense for England. He can play that for Tottenham. It's needed to be played there, but it's not needed to be played for
Oh,
England.
good ball.
Pre-ankle injuries, I remember Tottenham playing the Champions League against Real Madrid at Wembley.
When Dele Alli ran the show.
Ericsson.
Harry Kane didn't score, but he ran the channels. He was absolutely outstanding that day. Didn't score, and he was contributing to Tottenham winning that game by even not scoring.
And
Since
he
those
never
injuries,
that
he
was
doesn't do that.
That
now.
was in 2017, so that was like, then he had a big injury. You know, he had injuries every single year up until just after the Champions League final, after Pochettino left.
Yeah, that was the
then
one.
his game really changed completely after
Yeah,
that.
I think when he
used to
came
do
back, it changed.
Yeah, he used to do it a lot less. He used to do it here and there, like the dropping deep, but we still had Ericsson. Dele was obviously on form then. Moussa Dembele was there. They had a lot more options. You know, it was totally different.
Dembele, yeah.
Son, trying to think who else was there. They had so many options.
It was a good team, man. You must have won quite a lot with that team, right?
Shut up, James. They had so many good players in that squad that Kane, it was like a one-off that he might do it, or occasionally, but he still always contributed. But, you know, since Mourinho came in and completely changed the way that Kane played and kind of elevated the game in a different way for him, he plays that role, that deep role all the time now.
But even when he is dropping deep, and he does that for Spurs because he does it for them, He does still score goals.
Of course he does. He still scores.
You know what I mean, 12 goals this season.
But he just doesn't need to do it.
I don't think
England.
he needs to do it for an England as much. Like, I agree.
Doesn't need to. Mario said Olmo is pure class, better than most English players. To be fair, do you think? Oh, Wang said Jude is overhyped, like Sancho. Camavinga and Musiala are better than Gavi. Sorry. Do you think that he's overhyped?
Who?
Jude Bellingham?
No, he's not.
He's not overhyped.
He's not.
He's 19 years of age. He's
To captain your team in a Champions League at 19, scoring 4 goals in a Champions League tournament at 19 from central midfield.
So I was just going to say something, add to what Sophia said. If Kane is always dropping deep, the manager Southgate is trying to recreate what he does in his club side, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why don't you recreate what Arsenal are doing on the right side with the partnerships of Ben White and Saka. On the left, Shaw and Rashford.
Yeah.
So let's recreate everything.
That's a great. That is a fantastic point.
A really good point, because you've got that fluidity.
They'll be playing the same partner for months.
And then what would you do in the middle?
I'll go with my man Mount, but if he's not playing well, then I sub him off for whoever that is there. You know, Foden, the Leicester player, anybody.
That's a good point.
It's a really good point.
It's a fantastic point. Of
why don't you keep the fluidity carrying through?
You know, and that is that. So White, Saka, Shaw, Rashford would be, you know.
But that doesn't translate. It's different. You're playing a different system under a different manager with a different set of players around you, and you have better options. Ben White, you cannot sit there and tell me with a straight face he is the best out-and-out right back that England have. He's about 4th or 5th on the list. Trippier better than him. Trent I'd have over him. If Trent was playing for Arsenal, he would be in there over Ben White easily, mate.
He would.
Yeah.
No. Name the 4 or 5.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James.
No. Reece James injured.
Yeah. We're talking facts. No. He's still better. Trent Alexander-Arnold can do more in his sleep than Ben White can do.
Ben White has been the best right back in the league this season.
This season, yes.
End of. And I put him in front of Reece James, because Reece James has been injured. I think he's a very, very good defender, by the way. But ultimately, Ben White. The disrespect that Ben White has got this season is unbelievable. Do you know, even from Arsenal fans, wait till he plays up against Zaha in the first game of the season. Didn't get a kick, Zaha. He's up against the Tottenham Song never got a kick. Then he goes up, whoever he plays against. He's going to be this and that. You know, he's been brilliant.
But Trippier hasn't defended poorly at all. What we needed was more attacking impetus. Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's who you put in there. Trippier defensively hasn't set a foot wrong, so there's no point putting Ben White over there.
If you put Trent there, Captain America have a field day.
No. I'm going to disagree.
Listen, you can go. Southgate's preference is Trippier, but I'll tell you that now. I wouldn't swap Ben White for anybody at this moment in time. Yeah. I would have done it at the beginning. So, what is he doing playing at right back? I wasn't too sure on it, but since he's been there, he's been brilliant. He's been England's best defender this season. Yeah. And that's not me being biased. You know what I mean? You don't get top of the league from that. But ultimately, you are right. I'll go back to Arsenal. I'm not being biased when I say this. Arsenal had the famous back five that won 2 titles. It won lots and lots of games, and that was Seaman, Adams, Bold, Dixon. Very, very fun. All English. Didn't play for England. Didn't play for England. So it's not about getting continuity and all that. It's what managers feel that is a bit. When you look at that, you think to yourself, well, I'll play that back five because it knows what it's doing in the club level. But for some unknown reason, international managers don't go there. I'm not saying that's to do with, you look at Liverpool. When Gerrard was playing at his best, they never really played him in his
preferred role.
Was
that because there was Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes? Yeah. There was so many selections.
Selections, So
and you kind of go with your personal preference on that one.
It's a difficult one. Real Madrid, when Spain were really good, but they had 4 or 5 Barcelona players, 4 or 5 Real Madrid players, and it worked.
Big Cheddar said I would have bought a 10. He played as about Kane. He played as a striker his first couple of years. Potts dropped him deep, but Jose made it better, and everyone noticed. Yep, absolutely. That's what we were saying.
And again, going back to the Sterling debate, I won't really blame him because in this season he has played multiple. He hasn't played right wing back. I've never seen him play right wing back in my life.
Sterling?
Yeah. If for Chelsea, he has been playing all over the place.
Yeah.
So how is he supposed to get some consistency? We're playing all over the place. So I can't blame him. I can't really blame him. He goes with this manager, they sack him. They bring another manager. Manager plays him out of position. I think
Chelsea have been all over the gaff anyway, so.
Someone's just brought into the as a question. Do you think Sancho should be in the squad?
No.
In place of who?
Well, that's the question. In place of who? Do you think that there's anyone you would take out of the England side to bring Sancho in? Have you seen anything from Sancho that would warrant that?
Listen, he's gone to Man United, and so far, not saying that he's not, he's failed.
He shared the bed.
You know.
He has, really.
Well, it's
He
just,
has.
is it because of the big price tag that we say he's failed? But, he's still very young, Jadon Sancho. He's obviously got the talent there.
Yeah, I think...
Africa! Yes, sir! We see it happening there. Step on your pitch, Joe. We are Mozopulo.
I love that.
Yes, Africa! You see, that's what I want the African prince. We are, sir. Where's the camera? What are you looking at? I'm looking everywhere. Africa. Abbi, take three. One,
1, 2.
Yeah, Africa! Yeah, Chief Abbi. You understand? Chief Miss Abbi.
It's offside.
Which offside?
I love that. Look at that celebration.
So, look, to be honest, it's been a nothing game, and all of a sudden, bosh.
It has.
I don't know, there's been a few chances.
It hasn't been the most boring game we've watched so far. Nice corner in. Let's have a look. Doesn't look like
he's offside, mate.
He's offside.
He's offside, man. No, he's offside. Look. He's offside.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's not.
Look,
He's not offside.
Cameroon!
Not from that angle. He don't
Yes,
look.
boys. That's what we love to see.
Yes, Liverpool song. My legend. We are side. World Cup goal.
Because the losers out of the tournament.
Yeah,
That
Serbia
could be
on
the
their way
goal
out.
to put them through.
It's the celebration for me.
That's fantastic. Well,
Break
you
out
see
the
when
red
you see all the
panties.
substitutes come round, that just shows there's a big togetherness of a squad,
They
you know?
literally run across the pitch. I love
They
it.
run across me.
So it is 1-0 to Cameroon. Serbia are losing. Lee.
Disappointing.
How do you feel?
They should have, they're in trouble here, they'll have to bring in some...
I went to VAR for some reason.
I think they had a little look at it there for offside. It was never offside.
Yeah.
No, it's been given 29 minutes.
They've been a little bit disappointing, I think, Serbia in this first half.
I think they were against Brazil as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I think maybe they were because you're just looking at it because it's Brazil, but...
They haven't really offered anything. They had that big chance of Mitrovic, but otherwise Cameroon for me, man.
Yeah, it was unlucky when he hit the post, wasn't he?
Well, I mean, the run in between. I didn't think he could move like that. He was channeling his inner Roger Miller with those hips. Let me tell you something.
Josh from production is saying, join me in getting James out. Let's get James out. We've got a super chat here from Tino who said, would you guys want a World Cup every 2 to 3 years and not have any international breaks in the years in between? The World Cup brings the world together.
That's why I disagree with Arsene Wenger. For the first time. I've never disagreed with him. You see this one? Nah. I understand what they're trying to do, give other countries and continents and countries that can't participate often to participate.
Responded very well here.
Nah.
What's going on here?
Foul. Dirty.
Roll on the floor. Roll.
Clarence says, can't wait to watch Arsenal crumble.
He hit his family. He hit his family. Hey, Jesus. Can you imagine? How will he hit his family like that? This is not nice. We're not happy with the gods are not happy. Okay.
What's happened? It's drilled in.
Hey, his family!
Oh no!
What's his family?
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
What's wrong with that? That's not where you want to be hit, and that was a.
No, I don't want to where you want to be hit, but at the end of the day, it was.
Yellow card. Why are you complaining on the bench?
He's got booked for celebration, running on the pitch.
They all ran on the pitch.
Yeah.
Can't book everyone. Matthias said, you can't say that White is better than Trent because of 12 games. Trent won everything and was a key player for Liverpool, a right back for games like against the USA when you want
You can,
score
of course
Trent.
you can.
I've seen Trent. He's a good player. He's a world-class player as well. I've seen Trent play some kind of, let's call it semi-international football in the Champions League now. And bruh, he's been found wanting.
Yeah, he
So
has.
many times.
Against the big dogs, yeah, you suck
Against the big
Trippier
dogs.
back there because he's going to defend very well. But Pulisic is not the most dangerous threat that we're going to be facing this tournament. I know he was probably America's most effective player,
He won
but
man
you
of the
need a
match
goal.
for some reason. A player of the match, sorry, for some
All
reason.
right, fine. Even if you want to take Mason Mount off and put Trent in there, but Trent has the quality to unlock a team like them.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry,
Trent will
but
come
Jordan-
into England if they go to a back three and have a wing.
Yeah, exactly. Use his passing,
That's what he's there
passing
for.
skills. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if England go for wing backs, he's. But yeah, there's a big saying, isn't there? You know what I mean? Like form is temporary, class is permanent, and that is true. He's a fantastic. But just going through a bad patch at the moment.
Yeah, it's just a bad patch.
Well, again, this is a tournament of surprises. So if you like, Captain America can't do anything. That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Even Belgium were saying it yesterday. Morocco cannot do anything. And bro, you have to play your best and stay compact.
Absolutely.
You know the vibes.
And don't think anyone is better than anyone else.
Yeah.
It's been a little challenge, a little coming together here.
Ooh, beautiful. One of the
wasn't too bad. Look,
It might be where he landed again.
Ali B Gamer said, can I be on a watch along for Iran? Yeah, you can. Just got to message the team and see what they say. Get in touch with them via the Instagram. Tino says, would you, we've done that one, would you want the World Cup every 2-3 years? Absolutely not. I mean, we've got the Euros, as well. So
Yeah.
it kind of brings everyone together. Amir said, when players celebrate a goal outside the pitch, is it required for at least one player to stay on the pitch to avoid the opponent to do a quick kick-off?
Yeah, I've seen that a few times, and some have tried to play fast one. So whenever I celebrate, one person stays.
I'll tell you what, it's a great run, isn't it? Great
Yeah, it
run
was
at
a
the
great
back
run.
post. Great run.
A nice ball in.
I think they've worked that, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oliver said, call out the tight DR production team for providing you guys with no breakfast and drinks.
Yeah, poor.
Where's that production guy? Because Kenya Line is not here, that's why I don't have breakfast. It's not good enough.
Normally
Not good enough.
You got Kenya in or someone like Harvey and all that. None of them are in like.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they know what
Obviously,
to
it's
do.
too early.
But local international, that guy, nah.
Yeah. Can we get some tea, please?
No, not for you anyway.
Yeah, for you. You've upset Josh.
Not for you anyway. Emma says, to be fair to Sancho, came into the worst United side of decades. He had the worst season in his life on and off the pitch, mentally and physically. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think we've seen
It's just too early for him, isn't it? Like, I think he's going to be a good player, Sancho. It's just too early for him.
And I mean,
how old is he? 20
he
years old?
deleted all
21?
his pictures, and people were worried. So hopefully he's okay. But I mean, he has scored a few vital goals. I've seen him up in a few goals. Yes, he hasn't been fantastic, but who knows? Next season, I think it's a confidence issue. The talent is there. For me, when I see a footballer drop in form just like that, it's just a confidence
Yeah, but
issue.
is it just that he's gone to a massive stage and he doesn't have the bottle to deal with it?
I think he's got the stage. I mean, to make that move he did and to go to Dortmund, I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty...
that's a big stage too.
That's a pretty big
but
stage.
unfortunately, I don't like to really admit it, but Man United is a different level. Like in terms of the pressure on you.
To move
that.
at 17, 18 years old, he's got bottle.
Yeah.
I know it's got bottle, but
The other thing with that is he made that big move. They chased him for a year, didn't they? A year before and a year. Then they got him, and then they signed Ronaldo, and it's sort of they had to leave one out, didn't they? And he was sort of like the one to be left out at that stage.
Hey, thank you very much. Because Ronaldo for me spots
Just
that
that
whole move.
progression of
Yeah.
of
That's why when I told Flex that I said he's going to be a blessing and a curse. He would score the goals, tap in one or two, but you see the progression of this lot, nothing. And it's not like Solskjaer wanted him; it was imposed on Solskjaer, and Solskjaer still had the sack.
Fair point.
one of the underrated managers, Solskjaer.
Mudalam said, where's the jollof rice?
Abbi, we are together.
I know, but I need the jollof. I know. I mean, I will give you a break. You were in Manchester, so it's fine. But next time. Dipek said, Abby, did you know that Ben White Assou-Ekotto used to play for Cameroon? I did know that.
Yeah.
I used to actually quite like Assou-Ekotto. Apparently he used to not want to train because he used to get his hair braided. He wouldn't have the ball in training because he just had his braids on or something like that. One of those stories that you hear. Glory and Bless said, I am an Eritrean Canadian. We are out of the World Cup.
Not quite.
I'll tell you what, Cameroon are playing really well at the minute.
Are they?
Yeah, they're done, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Rude missed opportunities in that first game. Should have put Belgium away.
What about Serbia today, Lee? Are you enjoying watching Serbia?
Not really at this moment in time.
Not really.
They're not really, like, you know what I mean? I think the £1,000 is definitely on the line here.
Yeah, you stitched me up. I should have stuck with Cameroon.
Yeah,
I don't know why I went to back.
These games change. These games can change. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I couldn't leave a brother on his own.
Why
you know,
not?
I had to even up the numbers.
I would.
I think they might have to get Vlahovic on at some stage in this game. But they do look dangerous, Serbia.
Here he is.
On the counter, yeah, definitely.
And Messi.
Do you think Cameroon can hold out for the whole game?
I'm not sure.
No, I'm not sure.
Not sure, because these guys are really dangerous and.
They look well organised, Cameroon. I've been impressed with them. They're physical. They're quick.
There's a rift between.
The good thing is the game's going to.
The coach and Samuel, he's the president of the FA.
Oh, Samuel.
But it's been denied. And let me first of all here now condemn, because I heard that Onana's dad's house was attacked.
Oh wow!
In Cameroon,
really?
That's what we heard.
Oh no!
I can't confirm, but if it's so, that is very bad, very bad.
Get it!
Shanked it, Mark.
That's very, very bad. And then we saw the riot scenes yesterday in Brussels as well. After they lost, there were scenes. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know.
Is that Brett just coming in with a cup of coffee?
In Brussels, yesterday, last night.
Is that Brett just walked in with a cup of coffee?
Brett's walked in with a coffee, has he?
Huh?
That's nice.
Brett. See, there's no food here.
We'll just slave away, no worries.
Oh, wow. That's out of order, isn't it? Look at that.
Wow. It's funny because I don't fancy doing the second watch along, do you?
No, we're going on strike.
Yeah, we're going on strike. Wow, the cheek of that.
Hey, unreal.
The absolute cheek of it.
The yap stam of it.
Josh, again, production Josh, says not the flip-flopping, #James out. James, you haven't got fans. He's not happy with you.
No, I don't blame him, Public shift, slaughtered by the press.
As it happens, I actually thought that you would have wanted Serbia being in all white as well. You haven't sort of mentioned that, sort of like the Leeds kit.
Well, I'm not really biased like you. I cut things straight down the middle. I am impartial. I just say it how it is. And Cameroon are dangerous.
Since the goal, though, Serbia stepped it up a little bit.
Yeah,
they've stepped it up.
I'm looking a little bit more confident that they might.
Let me tell you something. I couldn't have been further from the truth with my prediction. Serbia are not getting anywhere near that goal. It's like double negative magnets back there, repelling them away. If Serbia managed to score,
I guarantee
I will do a spoonful of that sauce again.
Oh, all right, lovely, yeah.
I'm
that confident, mate.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
All right. I don't even know where it is. I haven't been here all weekend.
No.
It's somewhere.
I'm not going nowhere near that.
No, you have to. That's the rule. If Cameroon score.
I felt really rough the other day.
Bonkers LFC said Vlahovic has not been the same since he's moved to Juventus.
No, it's been an absolute disaster for him.
Should have come to time.
But Juve have been a disaster themselves again.
They've not been good.
Service up there.
No, he had the chance to go to the mighty Arsenal.
Mighty Tottenham. Chose to take.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Chose to go to Juve. I don't really think either of us were in a proper conversation.
No, I don't think we were, to be fair.
I think it was like, when you read that paper chat.
Yeah. I think it was always Juventus, but it's just not happened for him, is it?
No, just not happened. It was absolutely prolific before.
Yeah, he was like scoring for fun, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
And I suppose this time last year, you'd have actually said, there's no way he wouldn't be in this team.
Yeah, or what, in the Serbian team?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And you know,
But apparently they've always gone with Mitrovic. Apparently he's always been the gaffer's favoured man.
Well, he's obviously always been consistent for Serbia.
Yeah, one of those Mason Mount situations. Ooh, what a spin.
Earth Extremity said, DR Sports, why not go to the pound shop and buy drinks and snacks?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Why
do you
not?
notice though, like, you know, and I do love Robbie, but when he's here, it's all
There's always class on.
There's always
There's
coffee.
food.
There's always coffee, like, you know. Since he's gone over to, he's just forgot about us.
Left us.
Just
To be
forgot about
fair, James has bought food.
He took his card with him, didn't he?
And,
No budget.
yeah, and to be fair, unlike these lazy people back there, when I was on production yesterday, I went and made everyone on the set tea, gave them biscuits and
Did
everything.
you? Where'd you get all
see?
that from?
Huh?
Where'd you get that from?
The store.
Why don't you do it now then?
Because I'm on the camera, mate.
Your name is James T. If anyone
Yeah.
should be making tea,
Josh is not happy with
Yeah.
James today. You really upset him
You've
with Ben
upset him,
White.
like, you know.
The Ben White
Oh,
comments.
they're in again here. Oh, 3 against
Come on,
1.
Cameroon!
This could be game over.
What was that?
Wow. That is a game. It could be a game changer.
That was criminal. Lock him up. Throw away the
Nick the
keys.
ball off in the midfield. How a strong run. What's that?
It's the second one, really, wasn't it? The first one, you
And
know.
Wemo on the overlap.
Poor
and he just
goalkeeping,
stopped.
by the way.
It was a poor shot.
And that was poor.
Wow.
What a let off for Serbia.
Yeah, that was a
almost
let-off.
at half time. This has actually not been too bad of a game, to be fair.
No, it's been all right. Since the goal, it's really got. It's opened up,
The
hasn't
gears
it?
shifting.
There was a question earlier. I can't remember who it was from, but he supported Saudi, and he said, "What have you thought of Saudi Arabia in this tournament?"
They played all right. They played it, you know, out of fight. You can see that their league is growing. Some of the players play together, and you know, I like that they give them. Is it Lamborghini they gave them, isn't it? They want one Lamborghini, which is good to see.
A Lamborghini, a day off in a Lamborghini or a Rolls Royce.
It was one of them. I don't know, but yeah, it was good.
The penalty was a big. You know, if that penalty goes, they scored that penalty, they could have actually have gone on and won that game.
Yeah.
Or got something from it.
But I think they've been, you know, we've been fairly impressed, haven't we, with with kind of like the Middle Eastern sides, especially.
I've been well impressed.
Definitely so. Especially, you know, even Iran. I mean, I know obviously they got battered that first game by England, but that second game.
Oh, I thought that was
I know
superb.
Wales were terrible, but take nothing away from Iran. They kept going. They had so many chances in that game. Super impressive.
It's a massive game, Iran-America, to decide it.
Massive. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
whoever wins that is through, isn't it?
I mean, 2 big games, really, if you look at the
They're both
importance.
massive
England,
games.
Wales, and
England can technically
Iran-America.
go out. Can they not?
No, if we lose, we have to lose 4-0.
That ain't going to happen. England are through.
Okay, so at least England will be going through, but there is always, you never know what could happen. Well, I'm not going to lose 4-0 to Wales, are we?
No chance.
That's an open question to the
Unless someone gets sent off stupidly in the first
My brother,
minute.
be praying. Let's pray.
Unless if
pray.
Gareth Southgate laces
Pray.
up the boots and starts playing for Wales, there's no shot we lose 4-0.
Yeah.
Not a snowball's chance in hell.
Kelechi, out of all the African nations you've seen so far in the tournament, who's been your favourite one?
Morocco.
Morocco?
Yeah, and the way they played yesterday, like, oh my God, I was so impressed. And the manager.
Oh, get in there! Hey, get the old chilli sauce out because with a tablespoon, please. Just
straight
thank you
for
very
time.
much. Thank you very much.
There's a chili sauce.
Just
in
get
it.
a spoon, please. Mighty Mouth James has opened his mouth up. Get in there. 1-1.
We will be getting that chili sauce.
I don't have any spoons, I only have ladles.
Just on half time.
What a
Poor from
screamer, mate.
Cameroon.
Oh, no.
Really poor defensively from Cameroon. They had that chance earlier, didn't they?
Well, just said that was a game changer, isn't it?
Massive game-changing moment. They'll be super disappointed by that, especially heading into half-time as well.
Right on half time.
Let's have another look at that goal. But
Brilliant
really
header.
important.
Brilliant header.
Beautiful header. Set piece again.
Set piece.
Kicked in. Oh,
that's a great header.
Lovely.
What do you reckon on that, Kelechi? Great header. Are you going to jump up and down on that, or you like, you know what I mean? Wave your magic wand, are you like, you know what I mean? Get in there. Get in there.
I thought it was when
Hey, some magic now. Hey, some magic now.
The Cameroon fan was praying and they scored. Oh my God.
Yeah, don't bless it now. Come let me bless that there. Get in there.
It is 1-1. It's almost half time. 6 minutes of stoppage time. I mean, I'm actually quite liking the stoppage time, the extra time that's being put in.
I like it because I don't like it when we're involved.
Pavlovic with the goal. Yeah, but I think it's quite fair, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not.
I think it's really fair. Like, I mean, if you're going to stop the game all the time, I think that it's absolutely fair to have the correct amount added on.
Yeah.
And we've seen, look how many late goals we've seen in the tournament so far.
Yeah, and people were saying, oh, if those minutes were added against Iran versus Wales, Wales would have survived, blah, blah, blah. But the Premier League said they're not going to adopt the same formula.
They're not going to adopt the same.
Yeah.
No, they're not. I see that. Yeah. I see it. Well, they can't, can they? Can't change the rules halfway through the season.
Why? They change the VAR rules every week.
Yeah, that's true.
They've literally changed them about 200
They change the handball rules every week. They say, natural position.
Yeah, do you remember when Dyer conceded a penalty a few seasons ago against Newcastle?
Yeah.
And it was like, it was never a penalty, but they gave the penalty.
And then they changed the rules after that.
Yeah, so then we lost. Then we reviewed it. Then they reviewed it on the Monday, and they're like, actually, it wasn't a penalty. But don't worry, you still lost, because it's too late now. Just like after the Champions League final as well. That was never a penalty either.
What's a turnaround?
Son?
No!
Wow. Get out! Where's that sauce?
I told you, what I tell you about Serbia,
Kelechi, what's going on?
Change back to Cameroon. Look what's happened.
Give me the stick.
I never changed back. I stuck
What's that to do?
So I gave Milinkovic-Savic. I told you, man. He's lethal. Wow.
You're going to be doing a lot of hot sauce. Hope you're ready.
Ooh.
That's what you call a goblet of fire.
Wow, 2 goals, 2 minutes in stoppage time. There we go. That's why we like stoppage time.
Yeah.
So much of it.
What turnaround? What is he doing?
What are you doing now?
Just clear your lines.
I mean, I don't know what that was he was trying to do, but just gave it straight back.
Beautiful finish.
Goalkeeper, man.
No, keeper was never saving
Bro,
that.
that's a practice catching something.
No, look at that.
You cannot say that.
He's got a fingertip to it, to be fair.
He can do it. He has not done
He's
it.
shielded by the
Yeah,
man.
keeper should get this. Poor keeping there. Poor keeping. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, now all the Serbian players running on.
Yeah.
Limbs.
To be
That old magic wand's not magic in no more, is it, over there?
That's mad, honestly. That's a real turnaround. I'm really annoyed. Kelechi, talk to me. What's going on?
I don't know. You know they're Cameroonians. If it's Nigerian, I'll tell you what's going on. But I cannot see in the spiritual. So in Nigerians, I can see.
Well, it's now 2-1 Serbia, and I'm probably going out of the sweepstake tournament. Sad moment, really. We've got another 45 minutes. Let's see. This could be 4-3.
Yeah,
it could be right. It's
a feast in the Middle East.
It is as it happened, since Cameroon scored, it's been a fantastic game.
It has. It's been actually a lot livelier than maybe we had anticipated.
This might be a game of the tournament. Here we go. Go on, my son. Kill
No.
it. Look at that.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, Serbia!
I put up professional players.
Oh, mate, look at that.
The old Serbia got more heat in that sauce.
Pass it to the left, man. He's in there like swimwear, man. Ah, that would have been open
These
goal.
guys are not serious.
Oh,
Should have squared it.
6s and 7s.
Blaise said Eto'o going to sack all the players at half-time. He's not. I'm annoyed.
Something's gone on there.
going
What's
on?
gone on here?
Foul, I think.
Temi says, I believe that Argentina will win the World Cup. What do you think?
I was impressive in the second half, weren't they? I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't even think that it was when they got their goal. Even in the early stages of the second half, they looked bang average at times, and then Messi pulled it out the fire again, as big players do, and that's why he's the greatest of all time. You know, when he was needed, when his country called upon him, he delivered like Amazon Prime. But I don't think they'll go far. From what I saw in that Mexico game, I don't think they're going to go all the way, unfortunately. I'd love them to aside from England.
So, you see him?
Oh, that's a big chance.
Baba,
Massive chance.
Great keeping that was. That was great keeping.
Wow, that was risky.
Sorry, I'm speaking pidgin English. Sorry, I forgot that name.
I think it was interesting what I was saying about Argentina is that the coaches realise that
look at
when they haven't got the ball, they messes out of the game, you know. And if they can work something out around that, then they'll be all right. But what a goal, by the way!
Yeah, what goal?
When they
Both
needed
of them
it from Messi. When they needed it, look, he did deliver. I have to say that was a great first touch and a great finish. And at a stage when you just thought nothing was going to happen, it just wasn't happening for him, was it?
Yeah.
When you've got that ability, you've got a chance.
Kelechi, people are saying that you got interrupted by the goal. You were speaking about the African teams that have impressed you the most. Can he please finish his thoughts?
Yeah, Morocco. I think they've been playing really well. There's unity in the squad. Their manager he only took over like 2-3 months ago, a former player, and you can see what he has brought to the team. He brought people like Hakim Ziyech back, who was ostracized by the former manager and banned by the former manager, but he's brought them back in, and then he's united the team. Amrabat is playing really well, and yesterday they were fantastic. They deserved the win.
Are you staying with us for the second game, which is South Korea-Ghana?
I don't know if I'm on the stream, but I'll hang around in case, looking for the banter. My flag is ready, everything is here, the Nigerian flag,
Right, it is half time. Remember, there are daily prizes to be won with the prediction battle. Here is a quick word from Lee himself, so you can hear what he had to say.
Let's play DR Sports Prediction Battle. Tomorrow there's £12,900 to be won in the combined prize pots. Win big on England's third game against their neighbours Wales. We love you, Aaron. We love you, Gareth. But you're looking a little bit sheepish, if I'm honest. Click the link. Play DR Sports Prediction Battle. Sign up and play by clicking the link.
Make sure you scan the QR code or click the link to sign up and make your picks. Don't be sheepish, Lee. Why don't you go and spin the wheel?
I've got to go first of all.
Go on then, yeah. Off you go.
But a little bit of sheepness.
Don't be sheepish.
Don't be shy.
Don't be sheepish.
That wasn't my idea. This broke like yesterday, didn't it? Has it been fixed?
Yeah, Nicky fixed it.
It broke?
Yeah, some unnamed person was a bit too vigorous with it.
Let me guess.
Was I? Who was
I assume
that?
it was James.
No, I'm not here to name names. Oh,
spin again. Darts!
50 quid in the offering.
Oh, 50 quid in the offering. Someone got this the other day, didn't they?
Yeah, Darius got it.
Did he get his 50 quid?
I don't know, I told him to send it.
Do you actually take it away on the day, or?
No, I think I told him to send it through on an invoice.
You have to put it into accounts, do you?
Yeah.
No chance.
Off targets.
I'm quite happy though that I haven't got the chile.
Oui, oui. Je
Not
m'appelle.
50 quid, but not too bad, huh?
No.
Not too bad.
I'll take that.
Here we go.
I love it if it's chili with the sauce as well, like that. Being nice,
Yeah, definitely do that.
Finish him off.
Come on, give me something good. Give me something nice.
Sing.
Sing! You are also doing the chili as well, I hope you know that. But
What do you mean I'm doing the chili? Does this say chili?
No, but you actually
say chili.
You actually said on the thing like you'd take a tablespoon of that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think the hat's covering your ears a little bit there.
I'm sure Josh can replay that at some stage.
I'm sure we can get that clip back and rewind the tapes.
Yeah, we can do that. That Serbia not going to score.
However, for now, you have landed on sing. You can't sing any lead songs. Can't be a football song. Has to be a proper song.
Yeah.
All right. I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, but I can't let go. My friends wonder what is wrong with me, but I'm in a daze for your love, you see. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go.
Was that, who sings that
I
song?
don't know, but it was very good.
No?
Who sings it?
Bobby Caldwell, yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
He's improved. He's improved.
He's so shy. Isn't
He's
he?
a bit
so
shy. He's a bit shy.
Shy guy.
Shy Guy Beach.
Spin again.
Then again, Kelechi. Why don't you wave your little wand on it? Give it a little bit of magic.
It is a magic staff.
You watch it get saved now.
Sing.
Sing.
Come on, Kelechi.
So I get to sing.
Doctor, doctor. Come on.
I feel like we're on X Factor. I feel like going in your own time.
In your own time.
In your own
yeah.
time.
What is your mind?
Kilo. Kilo. I don't know. See, I don't have the voice. Like, I cannot sing.
You can. Come on. You've got it in you. What's your favourite song?
Okay, let me sing Closer for you people. Closer, I wanna make you there closer. Girl, I wanna make you closer now. And I wanna make you look closer. Closer, I wanna make you there closer. Girl, I wanna make you closer. I wanna make you closer. Come on, pull over. Closer.
Literally.
It's a TikTok song. I just want to turn this on TikTok.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know what that was, but I really
I don't know what it was,
doing it.
but it was world class.
It's like some type. I don't know what it was, but oh my mind. I liked it though.
Thank you.
It was very good, very
It
good.
was something I've never heard before in my life, like tune, tone. Not that I can sing. I can't sing. I can't sing.
Saved! Oh, hey!
He knows I
one worked, but it worked one later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For once, I'm actually saying from it. Let's see what you guys are saying. I hope you enjoyed some of those performances.
Oh, I tell you, that is some header, that. That is some header.
It's just a bit crazy. James, you are still due a chili, hun. You gave it the big one. What are you flopping
if you can pull up the clip and you actually have physical evidence, if Serbia managed to score,
I guarantee
I will do a spoonful of that sauce again.
Yes! Josh, we love you! We love you!
Sitting on ready for you today. So, darling, Josh, I believe is going to bring in the specimen. Do we have a spoon?
Don't worry.
You are a snake, mate. How did you have that on hand so quickly? That was literally snap of a second, mate.
And it had it all lined up and you fell for it. I tell you, you went for it.
Oh, if he can pull up the receipt, if he can pull up the thing, yes.
Yes, he
yes,
pulled it
do you
up.
know why? Because you're mouthy.
Yeah,
when
you're
mouthy,
mouthy. You deserve it. You deserve it.
You get clipped and you get baited. At least you bought you some pancakes in. I'll have a pancake in the meantime.
Oh yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I don't think you should
can
have
have a pancake after. It'd be good for your, good for the.
I don't think you should have a I don't think you should have a spoonful of it.
No, don't have a spoonful.
Well, I'll let production man pour
Would you like
it.
pancake, Lee?
No, I'm all right. Thank you very much. I would just.
You're gonna need this.
I can't drink that, mate. I'm lactose intolerant.
Unfortunate.
It's gonna be coming out of one way or the other. So.
Just a little,
no.
just a
Do you know
little
what?
bit.
I've never seen so much milk
Don't put a
in
lot
this
on there.
studio.
Now, believe I was here for the first one when I said, "Don't put too much on, you'll die," and Robbie went,
Yeah, pour my cheese.
"You can hold the spoon."
Yeah.
Might need to get a close up
bit
of
wet.
this.
A
Yeah.
bit wet,
I've
you
waited
know.
for this moment all my life.
Don't put too much on.
Maybe do half.
Too simple, bro.
We're literally going to die.
Yeah.
Have you done this before?
I did it yesterday.
That's it. That's enough.
Yo, no, that's a chunk, mate.
Well, I'll say that. He had half that, and then half it again, and then half that again. He had that much on his pinky.
That's absolute rubbish,
Do you
mate.
want me to pull up that clip as well?
Yeah, you can pull up that. I don't think you have that, mate, because that's a load of waffle.
Right.
Off you go.
Show the camera.
All of that, mate. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is
Go
ridiculous.
in your gob.
All of this.
You opened your mouth.
You're a gobshite. Do it.
What? That's tiny. That's
Whole
small.
thing.
That's right.
Show us the spoon.
Well done.
Well done.
Nah, that's easy, actually.
Bad idea to drink water.
Nah, it's actually nice, yeah.
You're gonna want enough one of them, I know. Last time you
Cheers, mate.
You want milk?
I can't drink milk.
No,
How you
Lactose
doing?
intolerant.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Your tongue burning?
No, I'm big chilling, man. It's quite nice. Quite cold, actually. And I got a hot drink, because I'm actually quite cold.
You can't talk properly.
I can talk perfectly fine.
Is it hot or not?
No, honestly, mate.
Pancake?
Honestly, I think it's overrated. Nah, I'm alright, thank you.
Overrated?
Yeah, man.
It's so not.
Honestly, that's why I was even down to do it, because everyone's always like, oh, it's so hot, it's
Literally
so hot.
can't help it. Give it big and can he?
No, you can't help
it.
it.
Such a
Don't
gobshite.
leave the water if it's not too
Right,
hot.
fine.
Put the water down.
What are you getting? Put your water down. What is
Water down,
that?
babe. You're getting a bit panicky there.
What, because I'm thirsty? I'm thirsty. I want to drink water because, you know, I care about my body.
To be fair, you did say 2 teaspoons. Josh, get it back in here. You see, we shouldn't have been as nice.
Yeah, we should. No.
That's not a teaspoon.
We don't want him. After seeing what happened to Matisse.
Do you know what?
No, that was overkill for Matisse. We nearly killed Matisse.
He had a full spoon.
Yeah, that was
That
was a different level. We actually nearly killed Matisse.
He's actually moving about like a good
He
man.
seems absolutely fine though, doesn't he?
Yeah, you should probably have that second spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could, to be fair. I could.
I've already clipped that, just in case.
Just in case. Right, let's see what some of you guys are saying. They loved your performances, by the way.
Thank you.
Was I impressed with James's performance? I gave it 10 out of 10 for effort. Kelechi's, honestly, I loved it. Like, I don't think I'll ever hear anything quite like it again in my whole life.
No, are you on TikTok?
Not really.
Right,
I do have it, but I don't really use it.
Yeah, so you would have heard it.
I'll follow you. So I look at like cleaning products on TikTok. I'm a bit boring. Clean Talk. They teach how to like do really cool things, like how to clean the drum of your dryer.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That is riveting
I know.
stuff. To be fair, it's about entertaining watching Spurs right now, so I'll make sure-
I'm that boring.
That's giving
With
millennium
2 judges,
vibes.
we've got to let one. We've got to
Alright,
save
okay.
and what?
Are we being? Who are we being? Cheryl and Cheryl and Simon. Okay.
So yeah, Cheryl and Simon. So we've
Right.
got to save one and
Okay.
Sack the other one off.
sack the other one. Who you saving?
Simon, I feel like for me, it's got to be Kelechi. Like it's got star quality.
I like that.
That's brilliant. Well done.
Well done. You did it.
Well, I think I'm going to have to go to the public vote here because
I saved you earlier, man. I came and sacked you and saved you.
I'm just saving you
Why don't we
He jumps on everything, doesn't he?
Why don't we run a poll?
So we'll run a poll now to save because I think we've got to leave it up to the
Let's
audience
take it to the
because
public
Well,
vote.
Kelechi won.
I think no, James was very good. I thought James was very good.
I thought James was very good, but I can't help
No,
it.
I'd go for
star
Kelechi
quality
myself,
for me.
man. He did.
Let's
The little
open it to
dance
the
you're doing
public.
with it, sold it.
We're opening it to the public. Who will be saved?
Anyway, back to the chat. Time to wake up said Cameroon lost its concentration after giving up the first goal. That second goal from Serbia was a gift from Cameroon's defence.
Yeah.
Hopefully Cameroon will keep the game competitive in the second half. Do you reckon?
Yeah, I wonder what the dressing room will be like. Maybe the manager will be throwing trays or something.
They've got to go for it, ain't they? You know what I mean? Otherwise they're out. So I think this second half's going to be really open, really good game.
Yeah.
More goals to come. The
feast in the Middle
in the East could happen for the first time.
It could. I would love it to happen. Would absolutely love it. Power Spy in one game said.
What's the matter with you? Keep getting up and down like. What, you're absolutely in trouble here.
Sounds like he's a little bit hot.
He's hurting his stomach.
James, James, if you actually are in trouble, you need to say.
No, I'm not in trouble.
Why do you keep getting up and down and chuck like you're like,
you know, what can I say? I'm excited for the game.
Is that what it is,
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just worried about it, that's all.
What You Won't Do for Love by Bobby Caldwell. I'd never even heard of that song. That's probably shit.
It's a banger.
Shit for me, to be fair.
It's world class.
Yeah. Can we hear a bit more of Abby's Geordie accent? I thought it was very good.
Yeah, it was very good. It was actually very good.
What would you like me to say? I just have to read this one. Charles said, finally peace. James is quiet now. He's not. He was still talking.
Wow.
He's not. He's still talking.
Wow.
Gareth said, Abby, all you need is white wine vinegar and lemon juice to clean the drum. Well, I've been reading something about bicarbonate of soda, actually. I'm so old, honestly.
I'm impressed.
I'm so old, but I'm getting a new washing machine this week. Woo.
Oh,
Black Friday sales.
What one are you getting?
Well, there are other brands available, so I wouldn't want to upset anyone. But I'm just so happy I'm getting a washing machine.
Oh, right, cool.
I swear to you. Now the proud
good washing
mother of a
machine
new washing machine.
is a good thing.
Joaquin said, Abby, you wanted Kelechi to teach you how to dance today. I did, actually, but I'm really quite tired today. So maybe if he stays around for the second stream as well, potentially.
It's good that all the subs followed that they've done exactly what the Cameroon done, but that was spontaneous what Cameroon done. Really.
It was, yeah. It really was. Right, guys, you need to vote. You need to tell us who you think had the best performance.
Yeah, because we're going to save one and the other one's going.
Yeah, getting kicked off, getting booted off.
Are you okay?
Booted off.
You are very uncomfortable. So.
Huh? No, because I'm waiting for the game to start. I do actually need to go for a wee, to be honest.
Yeah, well, feel free to go for a wee.
Get some pancakes to calm the...
I just said to him, have the pancakes.
No, I'm honestly golden. I just really need to run to the toilet.
He's a boy.
Where's the milk?
I don't know. He can't drink milk, can he? Why don't we just give him it to him?
Actually.
Oh dear. He put himself up for it.
He fully did.
He's got to learn.
He
learned the hard way.
He's just gobby. He's gobshite. Can't stop himself.
He's just young and gobby. And now he's got a mouth burning like a good one. He's gone for some ice.
Yeah. He's lucky he had a tiny bit.
Just mental.
Yeah, he couldn't have a tiny bit neither, like, he's had to go the full hog.
He had to go full force. Carlton Bates said the Obama situation is the sad reality of our players. They go to Europe and do what the coaches ask them to do, and then return to the national team and think they're bosses.
Is that the...
I don't know.
Onana situation?
He said the Obama, but I assume he means Onana situation. I'm not sure, Carlton. If you want to let us elaborate, let us know. Yes, James is probably gone to be sick. We'll keep you updated. He will never admit if he's actually sick. Maybe if we can have a camera go and look in the toilet.
I don't think he's in a great...
He messed up. Onana is not...
What he's tried to do, he's tried to keep it all in, and
he's tried to. Anyone from production, maybe just follow him down and see what's going on.
Make sure he's all right.
Take a GoPro. Let us know. And I said, finally, some karma for James. Anyway, so I wonder if he'd switch his mic off. Let's turn it back on. The second half is underway. Lee, what's your prediction?
There's an evil side to you as well, Abbi.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
What do you reckon this?
I think it's going to be really open now, because the greatest thing about this game is that who's ever losing has to go for it, because they're going to be out. And Serbia certainly went for it after Cameroon scored, and Cameroon have got to come out at some stage, so it's going to leave gaps.
Yeah.
Whether they're disciplined enough and good enough to be able to do what Serbia did, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, they'll go for it.
Yeah, they will absolutely go for it in this game. What do you think? I thought you had your top off then.
Anyone thirsty?
No,
you're not that thirsty. Were you sick?
No. What, do I look sick?
I don't really know what to say to you.
No, I'm cool, man. I told you, I'm chilling, man. I'm big chilling. I'm chillaxed.
Well, you've got a lot of waters there.
A lot of waters going.
Yeah, well, you know, I thought I'd help the boys out. You know, I thought I'd restock.
Yeah, so even that he is
Thinking of the people, you know, I'm a kind guy.
Yeah.
Would you care for a water?
I've got one. I'm good, thanks. Son.
Care for another one?
I can keep one.
Care for a water yourself?
No,
yeah, here you go.
Kelechi, what's your expectation of Cameroon second half?
Well, to be honest, this Onana use you've told me now has slightly dampened my spirit. I never knew he was not the one in goal. I'm still hoping that they will nick or get a result from the game. I need them to, you know, have a chance of qualifying for the next round. I'm just trying to go through the Onana information you gave me, and I'm quite surprised. You know, it looks like the manager wanted him to be a more traditional keeper, go more direct, and he decided to play
apparently
from the
there's
back.
been a fallout with him, but there was some people in the chat saying
the coach. Who? Onana, the goalkeeper. So he's been sent home.
If anyone does have any information on that, send it through so we know what we're talking
A
about.
draw wouldn't be the end of the world for both teams, though, would it? It'd be tougher for Cameroon because they've got Brazil next.
What's the other game? It's
Switzerland and Brazil today.
He was sent home, actually. Yes.
So it'd be a shootout between Switzerland and Serbia in the last.
Yeah.
Which it still could be, whether.
So Cameroon have got Brazil the last game,
Yeah.
which is pretty tough. So
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
He's in?
No.
Mate, this is going to be one-sided.
So whether it's a draw,
Serbia.
it's still going to be a battle between Switzerland and I'd imagine Switzerland and.
Serbia for that second spot.
I think so. Yeah.
Remember, guys, you can scan to enter on the prediction battle. Scan the barcode and make sure you put in your predictions. You can do it for the next game that we've got coming up, which is what have we got? South Korea, Ghana, and of course all the other fixtures this afternoon. So make sure you scan that and get involved. Are you on with us for the second one as well today, Lee?
I am. Yeah.
You looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Part out against Song, I want to win that one at the end of the day, you know. So I'm going for Ghana.
He was invisible do you know in the last game, wasn't he?
This is true, and this is how I feel about it. If this was the summer, I'd be well and truly wanting Ghana to win this. You know what I mean? But
why in the summer?
So it does.
well, because in the I'm not too disappointed if Ghana go out and so Partey comes home early.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't mind
Otherwise,
if
you know, and probably you'll be saying the same about with Song.
Same about England. Same about England, to be honest.
You know,
I'm joking.
there is that thing that part of me wants Ghana out. I really do, you know, but.
Well, I heard about West Ham the other day. They've only got, I think, 5 players on international duty. So that leaves obviously 21 or so. They're training, or like obviously away on like a nice little break. But otherwise, it just means that it's trying to train, time to kind of regroup and stuff like that. So it actually probably is going to benefit teams that have had less people away, I'm sure.
100%.
And they'll come back refreshed and rested for those players that have had time off.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why you probably screwed.
See if Ghana go out now, say if Ghana will go out, was it Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, like, they've got another 3 weeks before the set. So you can have a nice rest, have a little bit of a break, then go and train.
Do a little pre-season.
Yeah, so I think, you know, it wouldn't be the end of the world with Switzerland and
South Korea.
Yeah, on Ghana go out of this from a selfish point of view.
Yeah, true. Very true. Carlton said Cameroon used to be the best football team in Africa, but corruption killed us. Even Eto'o, who we thought would be different, has hired his friend to coach. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere, it's in most FAs. But what I found surprising about Eto'o was, apart from the appointment of Rigobert Song, well, I'm not saying he merits it or not, I don't know his coaching qualifications. I think he actually gave himself something like a lifetime president or something.
He's fast, isn't he?
That's crazy.
Long tenure in office, and I'm thinking, you know, why are you doing that? I don't know the reasons best known to him, but I know that he's trying to run the FA properly over there. I mean, right from time when he was a player, he was, you know, helping out with salaries, bonuses, you know, gifts here and there. So I know he deserves the opportunity to lead. Hopefully leads them to, you know, greater heights. You know, we are just watching.
Well, today's big one, mate. It might be out.
Yeah, they might be out. I mean,
do you think they're going to come back in this game?
I'm hoping they do, but
have you seen enough from them this tournament, though?
Not quite, and I'm hoping that the whole Onana situation hasn't affected the dressing room, because these are the situations. I mean, you can imagine even the news that Kevin De Bruyne, his statement that that they are old men, looks like he's disrupted their dressing room, and so because Onana has come out to have a go at him as well. So these are the little things, and I don't like seeing these arguments and stuff during a tournament. He has been sent home as a key member of the squad.
They're in here.
Finish it, Sean.
What are you doing?
That was good prize.
Nice. Mitrovic with the goal.
Wow.
It's 3-1
Cameroon.
Serbia.
Oh, I told you this game's kicking into action. This is
I
the
think
game
it's
of
safe
the
to
tournament.
say that I am going out of the
That was good
sweepstakes.
football. That was a great, well carved out goal.
Kelechi just walked in. Sad.
Carved like
Each time I'm asked to explain something, they will score. So, Abbi, I'm not talking again.
Do you know with after the 1990 World Cup, Cameroon, there was a big thing saying, in so many years' time, an African team would go on and win the World Cup because Cameroon were that good at that tournament. It's never kicked on, has it? It's never kicked on.
There must be a reason.
So many problems, politics. They've not developed the leagues. Fan trouble, like. The referees get beaten up sometimes.
Wow.
like the home team has to win. Those kind of situations.
Really?
Yeah. Then when you look at it, the thing is not growing. There's no money in the league. Facilities are not there. We are depending on our players that play abroad to get a decent squad. So there are a lot of things that need to change. And I'm happy that ex-players that have played the game, that have been exposed, like Samuel Eto'o, are now involved in running sports. Let's see if there will be an improvement, and hopefully there will be.
So you do think at some point we will hopefully see an African team in a World Cup tournament?
Yes, 100%.
Well.
100%.
Because there's obviously so much that goes into Africa.
If you look at where Saudi Arabia has been and how far they've come in, especially this tournament, you know that football is growing. There are no more small squads and small teams.
Yeah, but that's a one tournament wonder, isn't it?
It's not really. No, they've been working. If you watch their league, even some of our experienced pros like what's his name, Santi Cazorla, I don't know if it's Saudi Arabia or Qatar that he went to. They help also develop.
Because they got a lot of money, though.
Yeah, exactly. Money is involved.
Yeah.
That is how Chelsea won their leagues. It's not money. So,
it's true.
And Man City, and it's money. What's money is involved?
Yeah, I know. I don't know about about all those players going over to Saudi Arabia. So I feel like it's going to be like another China, where it works out at first, but then eventually they're paying such high wages and they're getting absolutely nowhere near the return on investment that they weren't even paying those players in China. They were bringing so many players over, they couldn't afford to pay their wages. They ended up getting sued. They had to bring in a 100% tax rate for every single player that they were paying. It was mad.
I'm looking at a situation whereby those players come in, somehow they help improve the league, and there's a ripple effect. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, but is it high enough to compete with the big boys?
I'm looking at America now. Maybe only a few players that really play in the big leagues in Europe, but look at the way they are playing. You just see that little increment. This might not be the target for America. They are hosting the next World Cup. That's the main target. But baby steps. Look at Canada. How many players play in Europe, but they won CONCACAF? So one or two players, just baby steps. They're making those steps, and by the time people start catching up.
No, I think America and Canada are the two big ones, really. I think you're going to have to be looking 20, 30 years for Saudi Arabia to make
If you look at the Americans, in fact, actually, Saudi Arabia play a more competitive league system than America.
Yeah, but their players are going to come abroad here. They don't have to play in America.
The players are going to come abroad. Who, Saudi Arabia players?
No, American players.
No, how many of them are abroad? You can only name like 3 or 4. Most of them are in the MLS. And you look at the MLS, it's not. It's good, but personally, I'm a fan of competitively, not franchising.
But how many Saudi Arabian players can you name?
I can't name anyone, but they are playing together. They understand themselves. They have a team chemistry. That's what I'm about.
Exactly.
If you look at the teams that have upset teams, Morocco and the rest of them, some of them play together.
But you have to look at where the tournament is as well. That's going to have an effect on a team like Saudi Arabia. It's going to be massive for them. It's going to be a massive help.
To be honest, yes, the fans, their neighbors, the fans might, have an effect here and there. But trust me, it takes years of hard work
No, I'm not undermining the hard work, but I think America and Canada are two nations that are definitely
Canada have not been to the World Cup
more short term.
This is their first goal in a FIFA
yeah,
World
but
Cup.
it's
actually,
very
Saudi Arabia has scored more goals than Canada in the World Cup.
Yeah, but it's growing over there. I'm talking 4 to 8 years. The infrastructure and the sports and everything that they have over in America.
I don't know how many. I don't know how many football teams or soccer teams are in Canada. Maybe 2. Just like the.
But they're neighbors
NBA.
with America, though.
Yeah, they're playing in America. So everybody is there. This whole MLS, situation, which is growing. All I'm saying is that as football is growing in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, it's also growing in America. And these ones have more money. They are investing more money. The more money, ROI, return on investment, is higher.
Are they investing more? Do they have the knowledge of the sporting infrastructure the same way that the Americans do?
The referee, what's his name? The police officer that's coming to head the Premier League referees. Howard Webb.
Peter Walton?
Howard Webb was the head of referees in America. Mark Lattenberg was head of referees in Saudi Arabia. They are bringing in the best hands and they're paying them to run the league. So
I'm talking about overall. I'm talking about coaching. I'm talking about facilities.
Of course,
I'm talking about expertise.
They have facilities.
They can have facilities. They can splash all the money, but they don't have the experience of running a sports ecosystem the same way that
big
America
coaches
does.
have gone there as well. Your Trapattonis, your what's the former Man City coach now that is from Chile. All of them, they've gone there. You understand? Trust me, the money is there. The coaching and the expertise will translate, and they can train local coaches as well. It's the ripple effect that we're looking at. Rome was not built in a day. You understand? So it's baby steps. That's what we're saying, and you are seeing the result of the baby steps. I'm seeing it. I don't know if you're seeing it, but I'm seeing it.
I'm seeing it. I'm picking up what you're putting down, and so is Serbia right now. Looks like they are closing in on a fourth. Picking up the pace is what they're doing.
Josh made a very valid point.
They're knocking it about really well at the moment.
Josh said you are owing another spoon.
No, that's strictly not true.
Apparently it strictly is true.
I never said that. If you can bring up empirical data of me saying that I would do 2 spoons, then I'd bite your hand off. But that's physically not the case. That I know.
No, I did say once. I do think he did.
Yeah.
Mate said Morocco was by far the most disciplined African team so far.
Yeah, of course.
Who did Tunisia play the other day?
They lost, didn't they? 1-0.
We expected them to kind of.
Yeah, I was very impressed with them in the first game.
Yeah.
And then there was another scene that let themselves down. Disappointing.
They were impressive. Was that against Denmark, that first game? I think so.
Yeah, so who was in the Denmark group?
Tunisia. I think it's definitely Tunisia.
Abaka.
I think that's destroyed.
You don't see that now. Abaka.
Oh, what's that?
Like, can you stop? Come on. Mbabo.
That number 20, he's a fantastic player. Him.
Number 24's
for Cameroon, he's been brilliant.
Who is it? Is it Toko Akambi?
Super chat from Carlton, who said if Nigeria can get Elise, Eze, Tomori and many of their young players to play for them, they can win it. What if Musiala played for Nigeria?
Of course. These are Nigerian boys. They have so many Nigerian boys play. If you go to even the Tottenham Academy, you see like they release 11 players team sheet. You see 5 of them Nigerian boys.
Musiala can play for Nigeria, so he can play for 3 nations.
Yeah, of course. Even
Tunisia lost to Australia.
That was it. Thank you.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah, but they've chosen to play for other nations.
Well, some of them, and that's their rights. I mean, if Olise decides, Olise, I think his mom is Algerian. His dad is Nigerian. He was born in France. He grew up in England. He can play for like 4 nations.
Wow.
So he can choose anyone, which is fine. They have the right to choose. In fact, if they choose England, where they were born, I don't even mind because they were born here. They were given the facilities here. They were trained here. They were schooled here.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. If they decide then to play for Nigeria, like someone like an Alexi Wobi decides to play for Nigeria to follow his uncle's footsteps, that is fine as well. But for me, when I speak to them, I'm going to be honest with you, your first priority is actually here. And then if you decide, no, I don't want to play here, I don't see the path, let's say I'm a right back, what's your Trent is 21, this guy is 20, I'm looking at him, I'm 19, bruh. The line is too long, bro. Let me play for Nigeria, bro. That's fine. You understand? So these are the calculations they make, and you know.
There's a lot of players like that. You know, it's weird. Yesterday I found something new. You know, Messi could have played for Italy.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He could have played for Spain, Argentina,
Yeah, Spain,
or Italy.
Spain, yeah.
Italy, I think his like grandparent on his mum's side is
So his
Italian.
parents were both Argentinian, right?
Yeah.
Square, Bremo! It can't be now. What's it be that thing now? Why is that fish now?
Buemo right there. Honestly.
In there.
They've had chances, they're just so poor in that final third. Tatted Ginger said, my worry for African football is there isn't enough young talent coming through and funding. Mate said, Musiala should play for his father's country of Nigeria or his mother's country of Poland. It's a scandal that he's allowed to play for Germany, same as Mukoko, who was born and raised up in Cameroon.
He's in. Disappointing.
I mean, they can, like I said, they can choose to play for, whoever they want to play for. We have a lot of talent. You can't attract Eze, Ulisse, all of them. Who will play, who will not play? The guys in other leagues, what of those guys in other leagues? It's not.
The problem African teams have got is that if, say like, I don't know, I'm going to just pick on a Robbie, for instance, like, you know, if it, is there any, it's offside.
Oh, for God's sake.
Well, what a finish though.
Wasn't going to finish.
His magic wander's
Wow.
been thrown away.
He almost knocked me out with that. Jesus, mate.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Are you okay? Sorry.
Is it offside? Let's have a look. Oh yeah.
Easy.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Tight. That is
What
tight.
a dink, by the way. Do you want some salt with those chips? Because damn.
I'll tell you what.
He chopped him though. He chopped that
This
defender.
could be a goal.
He chopped that defender.
that one out.
He chopped that defender and then chipped it.
Oh,
VAR check.
Yo! I told you! No, go back to the center circle, don't celebrate. Go back to the center circle, Joe. What are you? Move!
It could be right with this.
There's no time!
right. Wow.
This is the game
I
of the
know it's a
season.
Stop smiling!
Wow.
told you now.
2, Serbia 3, game
Oh, we know
on.
we know how we say go. We say it's the spiritual. You understand? Chief. It's 3 times.
Okay, we've got 3 times. Kelechi, if they score another one, I'll go out with you. You'll see me. You'll see me. Right. Okay, we've definitely got a game on our hands now. Here for it.
More game than EA Sports.
James could actually have been right, which is scary.
Well, he did say it was a goal for.
What can I say? I know my stuff. You know, the Iran 2-0.
He knows his stuff.
I called Belgium losing yesterday. You know what I do?
Wow, maybe you are the.
Call me Mystic Mac.
I think there's more goals in this game.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, let's see how this could go. If he gets his correct scoreline right, I'll literally die.
If I get it right, one of you has to do the chili, right?
No.
And I get to pour it.
No.
Nah. Because we ain't as stupid as you.
Rick said, Hudson Odoi could play for Ghana. Ali said Trent could play for America, apparently.
Yeah.
Saka should have played in Nigeria, and Ketia delayed his call-up and would have been in the Ghana squad.
Yep.
And that's the point I'm making. So let's go on with Saka. If Saka wasn't getting any England, say like he wasn't getting the chance of England, then they go to Nigeria. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem these African teams have got. Like, so the best players will look to the European team first because it's, I don't know, is it beneficial?
But why would you rather be, maybe like a squad player for England?
They're in again, yeah? They're in again. It's 4 That is a goal.
We outside! You know the fight now! We're again last! Africa!
What a game.
What a game.
Come on!
Left themselves open.
We outside, bro! What does the world about?
Fist in the middle.
Chief Abbi, take 3.
I'll tell you what, that was a great move.
Wow.
I think he was offside
It
though.
is odd. How
was
on
offside.
earthly is James?
No, he's well onside. He's well onside.
This
What a
pass here.
game.
Choupo-Moting's offside.
No, he's well onside. It's a goal.
Wow. All of a sudden, they've decided to be clinical. 3 guys.
This is
Wow.
now Africa is talking.
Oh, what
Abbi
game
is
that
surviving.
What game for a Monday morning?
Yes.
What a game.
Thank you for inviting me Monday morning.
Limbs.
So
I've woken up finally. I've woken up.
Limbs in the studio.
Never offside. Never offside.
No, I'm here for it, loving it. We're still in this. Me and Lee still going head to head. Let us know what you think the final score is going to be, because this could really go. I just don't know now.
I'll tell you what. Well done to Cameroon for coming back, but they've just capitulated here with their defending. It was kamikaze, wasn't it?
It's like pure Jim Settings
so high up. Yeah.
No, why are you bringing him on? He's on a yellow card already.
Who is that?
The guy that was rotated on the bench. He might lose his head though.
Okay, so Kunde is off Anakambi, and on coming is Ondua and how do you say it? Basogo. Okay, so let's see what can happen. I mean, this is great. This is what you want. This is a proper game.
This is the game of the tournament so far.
Yeah. Cameroon, Serbia.
I think maybe Serbia just switched off, thought the game was won.
Ref, card him. Oh, yeah.
He's been brilliant.
Mbeumo's been very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, you said he had number 20.
Brentford.
Is it Brentford one? Yeah. He has been brilliant.
They've had chances though, Cameroon. Even it's just been, in the final third they hadn't been as clinical.
Yeah.
Maybe the wrong passing, just not final ball, just not the one. Ali A said, James said 4-3. Anonymous said African teams could be the dark horses. Sibabongo said Serbia think they've got the job done. Now it's 3-3.
Yeah, it does seem
they're number 10. That's their captain, their main captain.
I mean, Serbia could have even had a few more. Both teams have been quite profligate at times.
Yeah, it's true. Sean said Chupo is like Origi. He's so bad but so effective. He's an oxymoron. He's had so many big
has
moves.
a brilliant agent too.
He's had so many
I think
big
that's
moves.
harsh. I think they're both icons of the game. Both delivering the big stages.
Yeah.
Origi, Champions League specialist. I mean, you know all about Origi, don't you? Great player, eh? Great in the Champions League finals.
What? I didn't even hear what you said.
I was
choosing to ignore
I think he's had a couple of good games you might have watched. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, the game was one before that, so I don't really think much about the Champions.
I missed those two.
He went to AC Milan, didn't he?
Who?
Origi.
Yeah,
I think he hasn't really.
He was always one of those players that just popped up whenever you needed him, come off the bench. He was good like that.
Choupo-Moting, man. Who the hell is his agent? I need to hire that guy because I reckon he could even get me a job in football. How he's gone from Stoke to PSG and Bayern Munich.
But there's obviously something there.
I mean, yeah.
Stoke should never have let him go. Take a think about it.
Stoke have had some decent players.
They just went through a Champions League run, didn't they? Jesse Rodriguez, Choupo-Moting. Who's the other ones? They had loads of Champions League winners in that.
Have you enjoyed this World Cup so far, Lee?
Well...
Has it been what you thought it would be?
I weren't with it. I'm going to be honest. The timing of it and all that is always going to be a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously certain things we've not been happy about with the World Cup, but since the tournament,
and I have in it. But there's part of me is always going to be against it because I don't want my players getting injured or whatever like. So I'm always that's the thing for me. Like, say, like for, like as I said earlier on, I want my players out of it because it just benefits Arsenal. But and also where Arsenal are in the league as well, it's
come at a bit of an awkward time.
Yeah, it's come at a wrong time for me. But how can you not enjoy if your football on a Monday morning watching this?
Oh yeah, all day, every day. Like, it's like you finish one, you've got 15-minute break, and then you're back on again.
You're back on again, and this has been a great game. And when it's like this, I suppose it is the World Cup, and you've got to enjoy it. But I don't think it should be played this time of year, if I'll be honest.
But have you enjoyed the game?
I've enjoyed it.
But it's been played because of the European and American teams by this time. It left to them to play it in the summer, but it's too hot for the Europeans.
Yeah.
Well, it's too. I mean, it's probably too hot for most.
Yeah, for most, but they are used to the weather. Just like when we play AFCON, we play it in January because of the weather.
Because of the weather.
Yeah.
Because in June it's too hot.
Too hot. Yeah, I get
but
that.
again, it affects our players playing in Europe and our players You know, Sir Alex used to buy African players.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of that.
You know, and I like, you know, Kelechi being when the African Nations is on, I enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if there's, you know, Thomas Partey's playing, when they got knocked out of it early, like, I'm delighted.
So can I ask you a question? What is actually the situation with AFCON then for this year?
It's been postponed.
It's been postponed.
Yeah,
okay. Because I was thinking that the other day. I was
Yeah.
thinking it must have been postponed because there's no way then they can go to another tournament straight after. So there's no AFCON this year.
June, it's next June, yeah, in Ivory Coast.
Okay.
So that's in next January, like.
Yeah, next January, yeah.
Next January. Okay. Have you enjoyed the tournament so far?
Well,
On the footballing side of it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the surprises.
Yeah.
But but there've been like, 6 or 7 0-0 first half games. And I'm thinking, I want to see more entertainment.
Yeah.
And then you see more entertainment because of the added time by FIFA. You know, so that that side, I don't like it, but the surprises, yes, I love it.
You love it so far. What's been your game? Your favourite game so far?
At this moment, this one. Because of you, because I want you to remain in the sweepstakes.
Yes.
So if you win £1,000, at least I'll get 200 inside. Because it's not easy for a titled man to be shaking you like this.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, you understand the vibes now.
What about you, James? You've been very quiet as well. It's been so peaceful, hasn't it?
Yeah, I know. What can I say? You know, I thought I'd give you eardrums a little rest. You know, but
Yeah,
it's been brilliant, man. Last 10 o'clock. I love these 10 o'clock kickoffs. Everyone seems to be against them, but up early. Football now. What? Half an hour break, another game of football. Half an hour break, another game of football. Can't beat it. And what a game to end it on, man. I mean, rolling out of bed to a game of football on your screen. Is there anything better than that?
Not
I
really.
don't think so. But I mean, like you say, there has been a lot of goalless action, really, because teams just, a lot of them seem flat, man. They seem a bit lethargic, but as the tournament's been going on, it's been picking up, and I think ever since that Portugal-Ghana game, the tournament blew into life for me. Ever since that game, everything's been great.
I think you're definitely right. There have been some lethargic performances. But I think that's probably because we're also halfway through a season. Sometimes it's benefiting that you've been playing all season and had, you know, no break in between, just pretty much go and get started on this. But I think that there's going to be a lot of fatigue, and especially second half of the season.
Also, just go comment. When the African teams play, there isn't that, because they are a little bit gun ho, aren't they? There is a little bit indiscipline in them, but they play some good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. African football is kind of different.
Yeah,
you know,
they
it's
go
a bit
for it, don't they?
Physical, and you know, it's not synchronized as the games we have here. You know, so that's why some players play better when they come back home. Like you see them, you know, being more physical and dogged.
Quite
Yeah.
Just on, mate.
Bro, I saw it now. I saw it.
What's been your game of the tournament so far?
Chips.
This has been up there. I go along with the Portugal game as well. That I thought, when you look back at that, you know, the last minute thing with the goalkeeper slip, you know, when the player slipped when he throws the ball out, it was an entertaining game, wasn't it? Like, you know, so
Yeah. That's your favourite.
Well, England's performance against Iran was good as well. Like, you know, I have to say, I thought, you know, that was really good. But yeah, I thought yesterday's game was really intense as well, Spain-Germany, because that could have gone
either way,
like, you know.
It's still early doors as well, man. We haven't even tickled the knockout stages
We haven't.
yet.
We're still very early doors.
But there's been a few knockout. I know it sounds there's a few knockout ones going. What's your one?
It's not a favourite game because obviously the game was so dead. But my favourite moment was the end of that Iran-Wales game. That was my favourite.
Oh yeah, the last.
And Saudi Arabia beating Argentina. That was
a great game. Yeah,
I love the game, and Japan, Germany.
Yeah.
Because I love games where they completely shock you.
Yeah.
Completely shock you. Few super chats. Jesse said, "Did I say that I go out with Kelechi?"
Oh, he's in. They're in. They are in.
Square it. Oh my God! What a donkey! What Uzi aiming for there?
No.
Someone in the crowd? Keeper?
Go on, clear it.
It was a chance.
Complete that. I thought I heard that.
Jesse said, "Did you say you'd go out with Kelechi if Cameroon score again?" Did I say that?
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
I think I said I get up. I think I said I get up.
Producer, why don't you have first touch? Why don't you have this guy since he came on? You've been playing nonsense. What's this one now? Mama, yeah. I'm gonna.
Oh.
Oh, my
I'll tell you what,
goodness.
both teams, so this is what I'm saying about.
End to end.
You could turn around and go, I think really Cameroon are looking at it and thinking a draw maybe not good enough because they've got Brazil
Yeah,
next.
but
So they're
it's
both
not good
teams are
enough.
really going. This next 10 minutes or so is going to be really
It's
good.
going to be really, really good.
This is the best game now, isn't it?
Yeah,
It has been the best game.
Because there's been goals. That's what we
Yeah,
want to see every
goals,
morning.
chances.
Goals, chances,
When
drama.
you look at two world-class teams like Cameroon and Serbia, it's always bound to happen.
If Cameroon win this game, will you feel it's an upset?
Give you some more sauce.
I'd love to.
Will you
Well,
say
if
that?
Cameroon win it.
Yeah,
no, I
we-
thought Cameroon were the favourites going into the game, really, personally.
You did say that. You did say that. Like
Yeah, he did say that. The Zombie Fanatic said, what do you think about Apple being rumoured to buy Manchester United? Lee?
I hope it doesn't happen.
It's a Man United. Man United are going to get whatever happened with it. It's Apple.
They might finally get a
I might
screen
have
in
to
their
change
ground,
my
to be
iPhone
fair.
if that's
Yeah.
the case. You know what I mean? But like, they're always going to get. Someone's going to be interested. in Man
They know that
United.
this keeper is not very good. They know.
But like, if you know, I might have to get Samsung if that's the case.
It's a good
You
point,
actually
actually.
would.
I would. I've never drunk Holston pills. I didn't like it anyway. But I never drunk
come
Holston pills as a youngster.
I never
because-
had a JVC,
Never had
and
a
I've never
JVC.
been on O2.
No, there you go.
Because I
It's the
do
sort
that.
of thing you should do.
No, I'm not that petty.
I am. I never.
I know you are.
I am. Like,
I'm not that
certainly would
petty.
never.
It's just a sponsor.
As it happens, I was fantastic because
Did you
Holston.
never have an HP computer, desktop?
No.
Never had a Hewlett Packard?
No, would never. You know, but you know, like Holston Pill is not the nicest. Thank God. Do you know what I mean?
Of course
Like,
it wasn't going to be the nicest. Do you know what?
No, it ain't,
do you know
it
what
ain't.
made me laugh? Do you remember when we were sponsored by Pony?
Yeah.
And I used to think to myself, how on earth have we been sponsored by Pony because we were playing Pony at the time?
No, I've never.
How have we done that?
And to this day, I've never had. And I know it's silly because like Spurs are now with
They're
Nike.
some of the
and all
best
that.
kits though.
Yeah, but Pony, I've never buy anything Pony. You
But I
know
didn't
what
even know
mean?
that was a brand called Pony. To be
Yeah,
fair.
that's the first I'm hearing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, but Spurs had Pony, like, you know what I mean? So.
But they did actually make quite iconic
Yeah,
kits, to be
yeah.
fair. Google them, there were some good ones.
I sort of went off Adidas when Spurs had Adidas for a little while, you know. And,
Yeah, that was a while. That was a long time ago.
But, yeah, it was a long time ago.
What if Spurs and Arsenal?
Because we had
both
Under
Adidas?
Armour before
Under,
Nike.
I don't
We had
have
Under
anything.
Armour.
Do not buy anything
I don't
Under
even know if
Armour.
we've had Adidas.
Huh?
When did we have Adidas?
Oh,
We must be going back.
early night Sol Campbell years. and
Oh,
all that.
like very, very long time.
Aren't you
ago.
technically wearing Nike trainers now, though?
No, I don't mind. You know, Nike. Like I've sort of like pretend that they're nothing to
I've
do
got
with
Adidas
Spurs.
on today.
Yeah, I think I've
Which I
tried to
usually
be not
never
so
do.
petty as I've got older.
Very petty. You are very, very petty. Let's see a super chat from Carlton. He said, Africa football is physical and slow and too much foo-foo. Do you agree with that?
It's too much food, like it's a starchy food that we eat. So
Yeah.
well, it's some way maybe.
Sometimes.
It's too much food.
So even though this game has been amazing and it's a draw, it doesn't actually benefit really either side, does it?
No.
Not so much.
So who will Serbia play next?
As I say, like you know,
Serbia plays.
it means it's a straight shootout for the next two games. A knockout for both of them, aren't they?
But
Because
Cameroon really need to win this because obviously they've got Brazil.
yeah, they've
next,
got
and that's
Brazil,
gonna be a
which would
tough-
knock Serbia out. You know what I mean? So you know,
No, Anguissa off.
Anguissa
Oh, that's
coming
it.
off.
Game, set, and match, mate. Serbia are going to run this now.
Why is he taking Anguissa off?
Anguissa's off.
Unless he's tired, I don't know.
Too much goose for the gander.
listen, you substitute. I don't think you can knock them.
Definitely not this one. No.
Oh, mate.
Hey, what is this coach doing?
You know what I mean?
You can-
Definitely not a Bueno. No.
And Wemo and Anguissa by far the best players on that pitch today with Cameroon.
Wow.
Taking them off for Nkudu and
It may be just physicality, like you know what I mean.
Do you know
like,
what, one of my
they've worked hard. They've worked
they've worked so
tremendously hard.
I
in
really
that.
hope they win this at Cameroon. I really feel like we deserve it. We really do. Do you know what was one of the funniest things for me? I bet he takes a better corner than I've ever seen him take. He obviously used to play for Tottenham.
Who?
Nkudu.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I say play for Tottenham. It was like loosely because he barely ever played. But when we signed him, we did like a
that's
five.
a-
Put the challenge there, you know.
Oh, we did like a 5-minute video, unveiling. Oh,
5 minute unveiling.
yeah,
How
5
many
minute like
years ago did
unveiling,
he
as
sign?
in like as if it was like as if we signed Messi or someone. And like he literally, I think he went back straight out on loan and then came back and then like barely ever played.
Okay. Abubakar. Pass now, pass.
I'll tell you what, someone's going to win this, I think. There's another goal in it here.
That's a goal. Why are you cutting? You don't lose that now. Sure, you have lost it. You're happy.
There's got to be something wrong with that Vlahovic because he's just not getting a look in, is he?
Even Luka Jokic on the bench as well. Real Madrid Luka Jokic.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but he's stunk the gaff up ever since he got that move. He has stunk it.
Not every big money move is a good move.
I think Serbia would take a point more, Abbi, just to say we'll have a shootout with Switzerland.
Yeah, I know, but I want Cameroon to be in with the shout, you know.
Switzerland might beat Brazil today.
Yeah, don't forget, if Brazil win today, that Brazil will rest players.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's an interesting one, really.
Yeah, but all Switzerland win today, and it's out of their hands. If they don't get 3 points here.
It's Serbia's criminal high line that cost.
You'd rather be taking on Brazil in the third game.
That was a lovely goal, that.
Brilliant goal. Brilliantly worked.
Brilliant goal.
What's that thing there in his?
Which one? The BD stuff. It's kind of a local music instrument. So they just kept.
Great defending. Who was that? Great defending. Let that go. That was brilliant.
Mitrovic was ready to pounce on
it. The pitch is cutting up a little bit there, or is it my imagination?
Can't really tell. Shouldn't be.
This is one of the best stadiums I've seen. This one. Some of them the stands are so far away from the pitch.
Is this the container stadium?
Yeah, it does actually. Shouldn't really be the case. We're into the last 7 minutes or so of regular time. We'll see obviously what they've got for us in stoppage. All right, final bets, guys.
I'm going to say it now. I think that Cameroon look more likely to score. But
they won't.
You don't think they will?
No. You can see it. I can see it.
My sister, pray. We are praying with you. We are praying with you, my sister. Keep praying. No watch my said pray. We are together in this
bloody magic wand. I've got to set fire to it.
Can't you see that the one you got has worked? 3-3 in conjunction with Abbi when I'm 1, 2, 3.
Like flipping Floyd Mayweather over here, just ducking and diving every 2 seconds, man.
Whack him hard. You ever been whacked hard before? Someone just give you a punch?
Yeah.
Well, Mitrovic should have played that a lot earlier and he didn't.
Yeah. Well, we were meant to be doing grappling and then they just...
Cross. This guy is killing this game. This guy, Big Pastor Gog, he's killing this game. But why would we this ball now?
All right, let's pray for Cameroon.
No, contrary to...
Tell my sister, don't pray finish. Let's ginger. Hey, he slipped.
Slipped on it.
Anticipate.
Come on.
Oh, there you go.
That's a lovely touch, that.
Okay, you can bring him down, no problem.
Yeah, just take it.
Yeah, lovely. Play it quick. Oh, yes, you're in, son.
No,
absolute skid mark defending back there. This is it. Drill it.
Oh.
It's there, man.
What's he?
Oh, my God.
What's going on in this midfield? Why are we all stopping? And
I've seen more men in an all-girls school than I have seen them committing forward there. Ridiculous. Put some bodies in the box, man. You need to win the game. You need 3 points here, son. Show some effort.
No.
Oh.
What? I mean, they don't really want to break forward. What is it they're trying
to do?
We can still do this, boys.
I think there's a little bit more caution with Serbia going forward because they know a point may be a little bit better. But I got a feeling that
No, it's Cameroon for me. Once they won the ball back, they just sit
I think they've got a goal in them, Cameroon. I really do.
I can see this being a break at the death for me.
I don't think there'll be a lot of... Well, actually, there's been a few goals. There might be quite a chunk of stoppage time, actually.
Could
96th minute, 97th minute.
Look, here they come again.
Another Hogdini.
Choupo-Moting has really played well. Even Vincent Abubakar, for me, he changed the game. See? Vincent! Oh! Yeah. Nothing do you, brother.
Can't go sleep with him back, can you? Like that?
No, you can't. You literally can't.
Sorry, I know your ear will be busting by now. Sorry.
They
This is how we watch football.
No, I understand it, mate. I'm afraid to tell you that you're going to lose, my friend, but aside from that.
Black Darky said, Abby, can you ask the judge if he uses any Samsung products because they sponsor Chelsea?
Say again?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Do you use any Samsung products?
No.
Samsung TV?
I never
TV
really,
you're watching now?
Never really. No. Not that I'm not really anti-Chelsea in that department.
No,
I
they
suppose.
love each other. They're weird like that. They bond over their hatred for Tottenham. They're weird.
I don't really like Chelsea, like, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, I want them to win 2 games a season.
Yeah, but Tottenham fans are just quite mouthy with it, so you know it just makes it a little bit more.
Literally, like
entertaining
not
when they
that
lose.
mouthy.
Huh?
Literally not mouthy.
Well, I don't know about
Coming
that
from
one.
the
Chelsea fans
mouthiest.
are nice and humble with their success, but
Oh, that's a mistake. What was he doing?
It's better that Cameroon is
All they had to do was just roll it back.
It's better that we play with 10 men. Please.
All they had to do is just roll it across.
only thing he's doing there is rolling back.
What was he doing?
Oh no.
So annoying they took off Mbeumo.
Yes.
Not happy about that ball.
It's not very.
I don't really want anybody to lose this game. No one deserves to lose this
There's not
game.
much movement going on that midfield. It's just literally like give the ball back to Serbia. I've got a feeling Serbia are probably going to end up winning this.
They will. With this is it. On the spin, drill it. How many chances are you going to get,
That wasn't far out. He only had to hit the target.
My God.
I think that this is a good chance.
If we've got about 5 minutes of stoppage time, there's no way Serbia aren't going to have at least another 3-4 chances in this.
No, it was well wide.
Yeah. What a donkey.
Crazy.
Back down to the championship you go, son.
Absolutely mad. Felipe said Chelsea fans humble ? This guy's a clown.
Well, you're not wrong, first of all.
He is a clown,
but but they are very humble.
They are so not humble.
I mean, have you ever heard a peep from them? Really,
Yes.
you know, with all their success.
Yes,
I think
a
they're
lot.
gents.
Tatty Ginger said, panel, I want your thoughts on Giroud. Is he underrated? If you look at his record, he's quite awesome.
Unbelievable player.
Best French striker of all time.
He's underrated, hugely underrated. Very good player. Stays fit.
I said it, I said it. You know, I do feel he's been mismanaged by Arsenal over the years, by the way that they played him at times, and also like not getting back up for him.
And Wenger backed him, huh? Everyone slated Wenger for it all those years, and he was telling you about Giroud. And then turns out he was right.
I'll say it with Giroud. If he had pace, he'd be world class.
Is there not an argument for him already not being world class?
Nah.
About to be France's record goal scorer, Champions League,
He's a class
Europa
player.
League, World Cup, FA Cups.
He's a very, very good player.
He's saucy, mate.
Was he one of your favourite players when he was at Arsenal, or you appreciate him more now after?
I always appreciated him at Arsenal because he could hold the ball up very, very well. The only thing is he'd go weeks without scoring. But there was pressure put on him. There was pressure put on him at the time. But I thought his hold-up play was really impressive. I liked him as a forward. I liked him, Giroud. Just not world class, unfortunately. Like, you know what I mean. And at the time when he came to Arsenal, he'd been on the back of like Henry had come there, Adebayor, Van Persie. Then it was him. Like, you know, so it was always. He's in.
Oh, this is it!
Oh my God!
What a save! It's chance. Chance is offside. Offside's been called. Yeah, so it was always a little bit tough for him there. If he was at the club now, I think he'd excel.
Have him over in Qatar?
Yeah, because he's a different sort of player. You know what I mean? I think Arsenal need a plan B, like most clubs do, don't they? Like, you know.
I mean, Jeremy says, to be honest, that France goal scoring record is going to be beat by Mbappe. Well, we still have to applaud
of course it will. It will eventually be done by him.
I'm sure, but at the moment you have to commend, Thierry Henry and Giroud for reaching that milestone. It's brilliant.
you know, like it's not just that, you know, France have had some wonderful, wonderful strikers in the time, you know, so to be, you know, like you won't remember a player called Papin who was like Jean-Pierre Papin. He was superb player. Then they've got like Platini, you know, he's gone above them. He's gone above, you know, they were more midfield players, but still
had fantastic.
You know, like when you think about it, Trezeguet and Nelka was there, like, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think you could put Nelka on the same level as a Giroud. In terms of what he's done in his career. When he first burst onto the scene, he was like Micah Richards, but
oh my God.
Ever since, I mean, he just ambled about. He played for, what, 10, 11 clubs, Anelka?
He just...
Never really lived up to the hype.
You know, listen, he was, you know, potentially probably better than... I think when I see him as a kid at 19 and all that, he would have, if he'd have stayed at, I'm saying stayed at Arsenal, he was as good as, if not better than Henry.
Yeah.
You know I mean? Just, you know, can't say he wasted his career because he done all right, but
but to what he did, it's like Wayne Rooney.
Fruitful.
Wayne Rooney had a great career, but when Wayne Rooney first burst through, he was on the level of a Messi, and he was meant to be England's next answer to that.
He was a fantastic player, Wayne Rooney. You can't really take that.
No, he was fantastic, but he could have been.
Come on, GK.
Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah.
Multiple Ballon d'Or winner.
Stand up, hurry up, stand up. There's no time.
Tati Ginger said Giroud reached 51 goals quicker than Henry. Michael said he hasn't won the Champions League though.
Giroud
with Chelsea. Yeah. So that one needed a fact check.
Thanks to world-class performance by Timo Werner.
Where were we? Aya said apparently the Cameroon coach sent Onana home because Onana insisted on a more traditional keeping style and got sent home for stating his opinion too strongly, Kelechi.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I read as well. It looks like the coach wanted him to go direct. He wanted to play out from the back. For me, the coach is the man in charge of the team. If he tells you, I want to play this style, for me, you play it. If you don't want to play it, then you're out. And I have to back the coach on this one. But it's a big miss, big loss for Cameroon.
Definitely. But you have to say, the keeper has done fairly well.
This one?
Yeah.
Not really. First two shots.
I mean, I'd say the first half. He was definitely responsible for, I'd say, one goal. But I'd say if he's only just come in, I mean, it's been a pretty good game.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty good game.
Don't go direct for goal. I said it. I knew it. I knew it.
I
know how
What a strike, though.
Why are you going direct for goal? Your body's in the box.
What a hat, son.
2 minutes left on the clock of stoppage time. There was 6 minutes stoppage time. We're at 94. Can Cameroon win this? Can Serbia win this?
You're damn right they can.
What do we think? Still, I'm not entirely confident.
I think, you know, it's going to end a draw now, but like, you can't say. Well, it's great. None of us know.
Keep the faith, man. Keep the faith. This is it. This is the chance. Oh man!
Quickly.
It's end to end, isn't it?
It's mad.
It's been a great game. And it's really fun because you think like, oh, this game, not really.
To be honest, we came in and we were like, oh, hopefully this isn't going to be really boring. It's been a really great game.
It's been a great game.
The zombie fanatic says Rooney was the top goal scorer for England, but what did he do to help England win in World Cups? The answer is nothing.
Do you know what?
There's a lot of players you can't just pin that on Wayne Rooney.
I'm going to say this about Wayne Rooney. In Portugal Euros in 2000, he got injured. If he hadn't got injured on that, England would have won that World Cup, that Euros. And he would have been. He was sensational when he got injured right at the wrong time. And when he got injured, that was our hopes gone.
It's a lot of story of England, isn't it? With
I did feel that.
Can I say it with Wayne Rooney? I think Wayne Rooney is fantastic. I don't think he ever really hit the heights that he should have done.
No, that's what I mean. He could have been like with his talent.
For country, not for club.
I think it was a great player. I think it's a great player. But when I see him in those younger years, I thought he was going to be better than what he was.
No, but even club-wise, I mean, he was fantastic. I don't think he gets the recognition that he does, but he could have been, like I said.
I don't think he looks after himself like.
Not like as in Harry Kane does, for example.
Yeah,
of course not.
Is he the most talented English player of all time? Up
That's
there
it.
with Gaza.
So
That is it. It is 3-3. Lee, we're
So she
both
wrote-
still in the
We are still in the
stage.
competition. I don't think it's going to be.
I think we all won because that was such an amazing game. Gave us lots of excitement in that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was more gripping than a bowl of chalk.
If Switzerland beat Brazil, that really opens it all out for the last game. I think that both, I think, would be pleased to get a point in the end. But I think that, you know, with Cameroon playing Brazil next, be interesting.
V77 said, Kelechi, have you ever thought about coming the next manager?
Of Nigeria. No. I just stick to what I know, please. Let the professionals handle that.
Well, that is the end of this stream. We are going to be doing the South Korea-Ghana game, which kicks off in an hour. So we'll be on with you in about half an hour's time. Don't forget, you can still make your picks for tomorrow's game, where there's a combined prize pot of 7,100. Just click the link or scan the QR code to sign up, and we will be back with you very soon. Thank you to Lee, thank you to Kelechi, thank you to James. And stay tuned, keep it locked in on DR, and we will see you shortly.
You can win an absolutely face-melting £125,000 in combined prize pots during the group stages of this World Cup. Put your football knowledge to the test by playing DR Sports Prediction Battle. It's easy to sign up, just click the link, enter your details, make your picks, and away you go.
Everyone's talking about metaverses, but I'm well happy to be in the OG metaverse, the game that started it all. If you played, send us a tweet to @DRSportsMedia. We had this room made specially for the DR Sports fan base. You can get custom-made clothing, items and furniture based on DR Sports colours. To open the shop, click the shopping trolley. There are all sorts of other rooms and games in Habbo. Open up the navigator window on the bottom right-hand side of your toolbar to see. And I'll be here once every week, and I want to see you there. Make sure to follow DR Sports on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, because we're running a weekly competition for you to interview me in Habbo.